this is One Leeds. Welcome back to the latest video. This video, as always, is sponsored by Shop GNO, the Job Match Group, and Match Bingo. Let's get into it. First up, the Job Match Group. Whether you're looking for your next big gig or just browsing, the Job Match Group has niche job sites made just for you. F1, retail, security, and loads more. They're about matching the right person to the right job. Make sure you check them out if you're ready to level up your career. Then we've got Shop GNO, an exciting new e-commerce site where you can grab exclusive deals and discounts. Right now, One Leeds has an affiliate link just below where you can score a 25 quid membership for free, unlocking special rates and benefits. You can even list your own shop on there with way better rates than Amazon, eBay, and Vinted. They've got some Leeds bits and some general bits now and launching soon, plus some great prizes just for signing up. This is all powered by a massive Leeds United fan looking to make waves in the online shopping world. So check them out and support your local. And don't forget our mates at Match Bingo. They're smashing it with footy fun. You can get 5 bingo cards for the price of 4 through One Leeds, and you can even deposit just £5 at a time to join the action. It's a big chance to win whilst having a blast with your fellow Leeds United friends. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Check the links in the description, and let's get on with the video. Hello. How on earth are you guys? It's deadline day. It's Leeds United. It's kicking off left, right, and centre. Oh my goodness, what's going on now? What the hell's going on now? Leeds United. Harry Wilson. We spoke a little bit of it on the stream beforehand, but my goodness, everybody. It seems to have hit an intensified level of which has hit fever pitch. Yes, everybody, Leeds United approaching Fulham for Harry Wilson. A loan bid was rejected. Rejected. And Leeds have gone back in with a permanent offer that is on the table for Harry Wilson. So at this moment in time, Leeds United are basically becoming Welsh United. Obviously, Dan James, Harry Wilson. Let's get on here and just have a quick look at some of the latest bits and bats, shall we, when it comes to Wilson. People saying Harry Wilson's rejected us from what's everywhere at this moment in time. I don't think he has. But I don't mind Wilson whatsoever. I think him and Bogle would be an interesting link-up, to be honest with you. I don't mind Wilson. I like his strong. I think he's very, very strong when it comes to shot efficiency. I think he'd be a little bit of X factor, which would be able to, offer something different. I'm just making sure he's not actually rejected us. Yeah, he's not. I know you guys are all over Twitter at this moment in time. But no, he's not rejected us. Looked like Fulham did. And Alex Crook from TalkSport was looking to get that out as soon as possible. Obviously, all of the flipping journalists are trying to get a march on this as well. But it looks like Leeds United maybe have something here. There is a plane. Yes, everybody. There is a private jet from Cardiff to Leeds. The expected flight for Harry Wilson was scheduled set off 45 minutes ago. The flight is yet to take off and has a new dispatch time of 4:25. Over an hour late, with no guarantee that the aircraft will set off then either. My goodness. My God. Yeah, it's chaos. It's absolute chaos right now. Since we were speaking last time out, Sky are now confirming that we're in talks with Fulham for Harry Wilson. Aston Villa have got in Harvey Elliott. Sheffield United are due quite a bit of money after the Asula deal. Crystal Palace, staggeringly, are moving in on Manor Solomon. Wow. Wow, indeed. And what are you guys thinking to that? But yeah, let us know in the comment section below. We're back here until the end of proceedings. We're looking at a 3-hourer. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about, right? In the chat. We're going to be here. I thought to myself, I might as well come on. We might as well come back on because I've effectively got my yerba mate. I've got some watermelon. And I have a smoothie. What do you reckon? A smoothie as well. And had some pasta. Slow releasing carbs, everybody. Yeah, so the situation is right now with with Callum Wilson is that he's rejected the loan offer. They've rejected the loan offer, but according to several reports, Leeds are in contact over a permanent deal. Now, someone said this to me on the stream beforehand, and they're actually spot on. Spot on, and I didn't give it its due diligence in terms of a comment. Someone said to me, Connor, where has all the money gone? And I went off stream, and I was 3-4 hours into this, and I thought, do you know what, I'm actually going to have to go and have a look. So it looks like what's happened is, I think, from very early on in the window, Leeds United have thought to themselves, what we're going to do is hedge our bets on a sale a little bit. So you're going for Rodrigo Muniz for the amount of money that we went in for Rodrigo Muniz for, which was a heck of a lot, 26 plus add-ons. You then going for Igor Pajau, which we were in for Pajau for months, or maybe 6 to 8 weeks. There's conversations about that deal costing Leeds United 40 million quid. And we're right there till the end. So Leeds were in for this, 100%. You then get to a point where Leeds are offering big money. And our marquee signing right now, is Stack and Beal under 20 million quid. So I think what I don't really understand is, where's that money gone? The £32 million bid that was put into Rodrigo Muniz. We're speaking about Habib Diarra, and at that point it was, 25 million quid? You can legislate for that going into Stack and Beal and all this sort of stuff. But Beal was the first signing in the window, then they went in for Diarra. So it was a little bit more money on top of what we paid for Stack, wasn't it? We got Stack for 17 million quid. We were looking at Habib Diarra for 23. That was not back. Then Sunderland got him for 30. So where has that money gone? For me, they were hedging their bets on a big sale. A couple of big sales. That's what I would suggest. And we'll never know. We'll never know. But there will be accounts that will come out, of course. Now, Harry Wilson is being spoken about now. Stroeykens is also being spoken about now. Anderlecht, since we were last on. That would be a good signing. That would be a very decent signing. I didn't even know he was in the picture. But Stroeykens, we've spoken about before on the rumour mill. That would be a nice little attacking addition. And it would fit the under-21 bracket as well, of which Leeds United need. But as of right now, we're kind of looking at it and thinking, I don't know where this money's gone. I don't know where it's gone. And I think a lot of it is basically because we've not sold some of our primary assets. I think that's what it is. That's what it would be. Matt says, Connor lad, you deserve a medal for today. I'm in the gym trying to get rid of my aggression. Mate, I'm going to be here for the full period. Don't you worry. And I'm going to be eating some watermelon. So, some of you don't know who Stroeykens is. I've got up his little player profile here. That is the beautiful thing about this fantastic data packet. We can actually get up some players on here to just keep you guys interested. Mario Stroeykens, who plays for Anderlecht, Belgian footballer. And we'll get some of his stats up here for you. But yeah, 20 years of age, which is big. 20 years of age, so it fits that bracket of which we need, really, when it comes to players coming in. But yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if we got him in. The value looks pretty decent. He's an attacking midfielder. Can play on the left and central as well. So a lot going on. It feels like a lot going on now. Now, what I'd have to look at when it comes to Leeds United here as well, everybody, I have to look at one more thing as well. And I put it out as a tweet. And I want to get your reaction on it. Okay? What do you think to this? So, Leeds United. This is bizarre. So, Ken Carson has come back to me and said, nothing is ever good enough. Why is all the content creation around this club so negative and toxic? Not just you. Right now, everyone wants players. We have to fail because we haven't got the players we want. Honestly, guys, like there's this level of like with unfortunate, like, and I'll show you what's being said, and it's fine. It's Ken's opinion. I understand that, but once again, it's taken aside from how overwhelmingly positive we've been during this window when it comes to Leeds United. But this is fans on the other side of the standpoint. After the manager said he wants new bodies in, after the ownership model have said that they want to get more bodies in, and it's stuff like this. And I get stuff like this all the time, especially on X. But this was the original tweet. And fair play to Ken. I think I've seen him on the channel before. It begs the question, why does he watch content creators if everybody's so negative and he doesn't agree with any of them? But my comment was James Justin, 10 million quid. So they've left themselves, if this is the whole point. And you guys know I've been a massive supporter of the 49ers, so this is me trying to be a little bit more balanced here. But they've spent 10 million quid on James Justin, a backup fullback. Now, we've spoken on the channel about getting a backup fullback before. But if they don't have enough money to then go do a Gus Hamer loan deal, if they then don't have enough money to then go do an Emi Buendia, maybe, you know, a big loan packet in there or just a deal in general, if they don't have the money, which they, I hope they do, but they might not have the money for Harry Wilson, why would they go and spend 10 million quid on James Justin? It's not about being negative. It's about being as balanced as you can, and that's what we try to be on this channel. Constructive criticism, of course. And shout out to Ken, because it is another opinion, and I respect people's opinions as long as they deliver them properly. But the simple point here is 10 million quid for James Justin, we spoke about it at the time, is a lot of money. It's a lot of money, especially for a championship club. I like Justin, and we were speaking about the positives, and we we're getting a lot of flack for saying that it's a good signing, as we have with players like, you know, Stack and Beal and Perry. You know, and the 5 things that we've been doing. You know, Ken's a fan of the channel. He follows my account. But he seems to think that we're all toxic and negative as content creators. Guys, there is a thing called toxic positivity as well. Go have a look what it means. And unfortunately, when you get the entire club, effectively, when you look at the manager in the hierarchy saying we need more players, then I kind of go on that mantra as a fan. I'm not just going to go out on my shield and say, no, we don't. 49ers? No, we don't. And I read the game in a way of which maybe it's quite similar to a lot of you. Maybe we disagree, we agree. Of course, that's football. But we read the game in a way of which we look at it and think, this Leeds United side needs help. And maybe Ken doesn't watch a lot of Premier League football. I don't know. Maybe he's looking at the fact we've got 4 points in 9. And it's not, as I say, Ken's completely able to have his opinion in here. But it's interesting because I think sometimes this can be the theme of the chat as well. Like, we're all toxic and negative. Everyone's negative. But it's just not true. It really isn't true. And I think overall, I think when you look at this tweet that I put out about James Justin, that's where a lot of the money has gone toward the back end of the window, and they've not made the sales. So that makes complete sense as to why we can't afford X, Y, and Z. That would have contributed to a signing, of course it would have done, or at least a loan fee. So I'm interested to hear what you guys are thinking about stuff like that in the comment section. Maybe Ken is Ken Bates, that is true. Come on, Emmett. I've met you in person. You're a good lad. You're a good lad, mate. But don't take the frustration out of me, mate. We're here to talk about rumours. We're here to talk about noises. That's what we're here for. Don't watch them, pal. Honestly, just don't watch it. I know. And I've met that. It's disappointing there because I've met Emmett. And I know Emmett's a nice guy. I've met him at Ellen Road. I don't know what you're coming on here to talk about, mate. I don't really know what it is. I am not telling you that Leeds have confirmed the next 74 bits. I'm just not. What happened to the 95% Hamer, Connor? Presumably the last 5%, Lee. That's why it was 95% and not 100%. Got a lot of respect for you, Connor. How the hell do you balance the two channels in a relationship? You're definitely not off this app. Definitely. Oh, God, I didn't read that end bit. Great show, great content today, Connor. Did that delivery arrive? Smash the likes, everyone. Yeah, definitely, mate. I got some watermelon chunks, which are apparently refreshing. I got a smoothie. I got some yerba mate. And here we go. Kershaw said it's all disappointing. I know, mate. I know. It is disappointing. I want that shirt, Connor, but the smallest one available. Yeah, guys, link in the description below. Look at this. You might be able to hear the quality. Proper embroidery. Proper new Barca top. What do you think to Raheem Sterling? Link in the description, by the way. What do you think to Raheem Sterling? Low wages at Arsenal. Yeah, I think he's going to Fulham, isn't he? I think that's the whole idea. Right, okay, let's see what some of you guys are saying in the chat. Let's see what some of you guys are saying. Friday bag of meat, great one. I don't think it's money. It's very poor execution from a League One backroom. We look shambolic compared to our rivals. Yeah, I think it is money, Friday bag of meat. I think it is. I think they are willing to spend, I'd say anyway. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I'd be really surprised if they're just not willing to spend. It wouldn't really make sense from a business perspective. Like, why would they not want that? Is it to prove a point? I don't really get it. To just be, hamstrung on cash and to not really invest. I think, hopefully, they're going to have a big go on Harry Wilson here. I don't mind Wilson. I like Harry Wilson. I think Harry Wilson and Bogle would be a nice little combination there. It's a different profile to what we have right now. The issue is, I don't think it's enough. I don't think Harry Wilson's enough. I think you need two. I think you need two players in. Either a winger, or a winger central midfielder, or a winger striker. If you don't want to do a striker, I think, whatever. Right winger, central mid. Left winger, central mid. You need two players in there. I don't want to be doing this whole waffle of we've not done this because of X, Y, and Z. Emmett, love you, mate. Love you. It's all right, mate. It's all right. I get it. People are getting a little bit, what's that thing? Should get a little bit shaky. No, but it's all right, mate. That. Honestly, mate. With the whispers and the rumors, as I say, I always think that, and me and Jimmy have spoken about this. You come on air and you tell people what you've heard. Not to be telling people. Me getting something right doesn't mean anything for me because I'm not going to get 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things right. So there's no point in coming to me as like an in the know. There's no point because I'm not going to tell you loads of in the know stuff. So if I find something out on which I never do anyway, you guys all know that on the Room Mill. I'm not going to just tell you things that have happened. If I randomly find out things, I'll just say, yeah, by the way, this has happened. If I then get crucified for trying to tell you something that I've been told, which isn't going to benefit me whatsoever, it really isn't, then I just see that as a community thing. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, guys, I've been told that they went in for Hamer. Choose to believe it. Don't have to. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. At no point have I ever said that I've got loads of connections. Haven't. Haven't at all. I'm not going to tell you like loads of, breaking news. Here's my source, Yeah, there's a couple of people who I know because I used to go to university in Sheffield and I've built up a bit of a few relationships when I was doing my placements and this, that, and the other in Sheffield. Just lucky because I was doing my broadcast journalism masters there. It's got nothing to do with like loads of built-up contacts. I haven't. So if I hear something, I'll tell you. That's it. Uche to Palace. Indeed, mate. Indeed. Hi, Connor. I'm hearing FFC rejected. They did the loan, mate, but we're still in. Apparently, for the permanent. So let's see what's going on anyway on the old waves. So, from a Fulham standpoint, Kevin's medical began today from Fulham. Samuel Chukwueze on his way to London, due for a medical tomorrow on loan from Milan, I'm told. Deal not complete yet. This is important as well because obviously these are wide players. Leeds have made a late move. We'll get it on screen. Here we go. So just so you guys can visualize it a little bit. There you go. So Leeds have made a late move for Fulham's Harry Wilson. Permanent offer on the table, but the deal would still dependent on Fulham finding a replacement. So this is where like Chukwueze, it's where Kevin, it's all really important. Really, really important that these get done because I don't see, if they don't get done, there's no way Leeds are getting Harry Wilson. But I like him. Wilson's in the last year of his deal as well. The funny thing is, we went for a loan in the last year of his deal, which is just ridiculous. So, yeah. Stroeykens, we'll get the Stroeykens rumour up as well, just so you guys can have a little bit of a visual. I've got in my head... I've got in my head the... Brownie sent me a message and started singing Stoke Away Again, Ole Ole, about an hour ago. So that's just in my head now. So I'm trying not to sing it live. So, right, everybody, this is what the Stroeykens interest is. And apparently there is a flight coming in from Paris as well. So there you go. Leeds are interested in Anderlecht attacking midfielder Mario Stroeykens. A private jet from Brussels, which landed at LBA this morning, is believed to potentially be Stroeykens. Obviously, if he was brought in, he's 20 years old. There you go. He would fit in, wouldn't he? He would fit in. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm trying not to believe a lot of this now because it feels like we've been linked to so many players, and I used to get excited at the beginning of the window, but now I've just aged about 40 years in this window. Apparently, Sheffield United boss Chris Wilder is on Rangers' radar. If Russell Martin's sacked, I would enjoy seeing that, to be honest. Alex Crook has put out there 15 minutes ago that Leeds are now trying for a permanent deal, which maybe illustrates that we have got money after going for loans. It's strange, isn't it? This whole thing is strange. It's very, very strange. Very odd. Hi, Lauren. Toxic positivity is essentially this elitist, sanctimonious, holier-than-thou... This is what a great comment, Lauren. Let me just read this again. This man is a wordsmith. Toxic positivity is essentially this elitist, sanctimonious, holier-than-thou, gatekeeping approach to stifling what is valid and earnest criticism. Woo! I might put that in the bio of my YouTube channel, Lauren. Thank you so much, mate. That's a fantastic comment. What a great comment. What a man. Thank you, Lauren. Really appreciate that. I guess what you're saying isn't a contributor to me at all, but you're defining what toxic positivity is. So thank you for that. Appreciate that, mate. Pedro says, good afternoon. Connor, sending best regards from Wisconsin. Unfortunately, I think Leeds are going to let us down on the last day again. Who do you think could be? Thank you again, Pedro. By the way, mate. Who do you think would be the likeliest now? Who do you think would be the likeliest now? Tim says, what category of target have we reached now from A to Z? Stroeykens is obviously S. So, I mean, wait and see how that what happens with that one. So we're now on Wilson. We've nearly completed the alphabet, haven't we? Gahey deal off, really? Wow. Is that true? Mr. Anthrope says, so people are saying Wilson, Hamer, Brownhill, some washed up American, 2,000 watching and 200 likes. Is that how many are watching? Fair play to you guys. Back on with me. I love my little transfer clan. I can't lie. Like, I'm going to miss you all. Actually, I said this to my missus the other day. I was like, this is the end of the rumour mill. This is the end of the rumour mill after today. We've been doing this for like nearly 4 months. every weekday. Every weekday. So I am gonna miss a lot of you because it's been a community every morning. We've not just talked about football; it's been everything. You know what I mean? It's been a good laugh. We'll have to find something else, whether or not it's just news every morning, and you guys care because a lot of you will be here for this, and you'll be like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" But do you care about news every day? I don't know. But it'd be nice to figure something else out. Skint FC, Wilson and Brownhill sounds about right. Yeah, Wilson, Brownhill, I guess, on that free, isn't he? Kebal. Hamer is down the road. I know, mate, I know. I hope Buendia. I don't think Buendia will happen. Yeah, Harry Wilson is on the plane. There's people saying he's on the plane. There's people saying his flight's been cancelled. Manor Solomon going to... Manor Solomon going to Palace. Bilal El Khanous to be announced by Stuttgart in an hour's time. Leeds have had a loan offer rejected for Harry Wilson, and then they're going again. Isaac Johnson said Leeds United remain in talks with Fulham over Harry Wilson. Fits Daniel's ideal profile of a winger who can play 10. So that means we're just getting one, though. Club says report of rejected loan bid for Buendia is inaccurate. Like Hamer, then. Buendia and Hamer, they've not gone in for them, according to the club. Oh, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. Most likely is Haaland. Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy. I would be happy. Nate, good to see some of the OGs in here, mate. Came here talking about Arthur Cabal, DePaul, and we're still missing out on targets 4 years later. Dude, don't forget about Gvardiol. Striker is needed. Bet could do better than Stuttgart. Stevie says, you've been a staple in my diet every morning. Thank you. Nah, thank you so much, mate. We'll try keep something else in. Well, I don't know what it can be. Thanks as well, Wriggler. I just don't know if you guys will care. I don't know if you're that bothered. If you want news, I can do news most mornings on a live stream. It's quite unique in the Leeds space doing live stream news, some bits every morning. But I just don't know if you'll be that bothered. If you are, I can do it. It's sort of getting to that point. Oh, okay. Okay, we have an update on Harry Wilson, everybody. An update on Harry Wilson. Shout out to you, Dom, as well, mate. Update on Harry Wilson. You're not going to like this, but I've just kind of got to the point where I'm numb with these things now. Okay. Shout out to LUFC Fan Zone, who are normally really good on the scene as well, to be fair to them. The flight with Harry Wilson. Oh, my God. Someone else want to read this out? Seemingly, the flight has now been cancelled. The flight has been wiped from Cardiff's airport departure board and has not set off at the rescheduled time. This is about, obviously, Harry Wilson. So that isn't great. Cheers, Cav. I know, Nate. Oh, the car vlogs. Oh, it's depressing, everyone, isn't it? It is depressing. Everything's so difficult, innit? Everything just seems so difficult. Hi, Jace. So yeah, if a flight has been cancelled, it's not a great look, is it? If we're being honest, it's not the best look. God. Okay, fair enough, Amy. Fair enough. Amy, that's just a post. It's just a post, as you can see on screen now. But fair enough, Amy. Fair enough. There you go. You can go back to that post and say he's talking rubbish. How about that? Josh says, hi, Josh. Thanks again, mate. Was on last night. Loved watching the room, except the lack of business. Send the tenner to Leeds to sign someone. Leave a like. Top man, Josh. Thanks. Always see you in here, mate. Jay says, all going so well to we missed out on Pajau, and now we're stalling big time. Amy says, at least on the Cardiff end. Fair enough, Amy. Ed says, don't know what's worse, Connor, actually signing Harry Wilson or getting rejected. Do you know what, mate? I like Harry Wilson. I'll be honest, I do like Harry Wilson. I think he's a little bit of a difference maker. Do we have anybody who can get the ball on the edge of the area and just put it potentially in the top bins or drill a really good, efficient shot from the edge of the area? Do we have someone who can do that? Do we have someone who can put the ball in the box like Harry Wilson? Harry Wilson, we'd have him on set pieces. We'd have Stack in the middle. I don't mind it, mate. I'd like Harry Wilson. I think they need someone else, though. I think they need someone else as well. But if you're to go out, I know it sounds ridiculous, but if they're to put money up for... to put money in for Wilson, which that James Justin thing is getting more and more annoying by the day because we spent 10 million quid on him. But Wilson's in the last year of his deal, of his contract. There's obviously, I know it doesn't sound a lot, there's a Welsh connection at Leeds. Aaron, thanks so much, buddy. Okay, now people saying that the flight is gone to Amy, so I don't know. Someone having a look at the flights from Cardiff, if you would. So, Emmett said he's in an Uber boot down. But yeah, I think that James Justin deal just doesn't look great, does it? Just because of the money and clearly what Leeds United needed to have in terms of money for this window. That looks like it could have gone somewhere else. I mean, I was talking about a backup fullback, but could you even got James Justin for less than 10 million quid? That's the question. Yeah, I guess. But now you're kind of looking at Leeds sort of. I mean, I said this before. You're playing musical chairs. You're looking for that chair, and everybody else is frigging sat down. That's what it is right now, and we can't sit down. We're having to sit on the floor. We're having to sit on the floor, and Fulham are sat on the chair. Sunderland are sat on the chair, and we're on our arse. Wilson is trying to persuade Muniz to join him on the flight. Oh God! Imagine from Paris. I wanted to say something as well. Like, have you guys thought how annoying it is? How annoying it is that we've got, the lads who've gone into Everton. The lads who've gone into Everton, obviously, when you're looking at Kinnear, you're looking at Hammond, and then you've got Everton in their window. And obviously, it's dependent on their situation, but in terms of recruitment, when they've got Grealish, kept hold of Jared Branthwaite, which is an unbelievable bit of business, kept hold of Jake O'Brien as well, which is a good bit of business, but they've got Grealish, they've got Dewsbury Hall, they've got Tyler Divlin, they've got Tieno Barry. They've kept hold of Iliman Ndiaye as well. Like, you're kind of looking at it and going, oh, wow, like Hammond and co and Kinnear and all that sort of stuff have got into Everton have had, like, their best window. They've had, like, the best window in, like, 15 years. And, probably since Kevin Morales and Lukaku and all that sort of stuff. But it's like they've had this unbelievable window. And we've had a decent window. But it feels like there's definitely been a bit of a move away, hasn't there? Oh God, no, we can't recall. No, we can't recall Ramazani. We can't. Well, the thing is as well, overall, I don't think the window's horrendous. I was mentioning this when it comes to it, and look, some of you guys might disagree. I don't think the window's horrendous. I think when I look at that, I think to myself, that's a good team. That is a good team. It's just about keeping that fit throughout, and can the front line hit those margins? Can they hit that level? Do you know what I mean? Can they do that week in, week out? Can they remain fit? Is another question. You know, can they? So, if we knew those answers, it'd be a lot simpler, wouldn't it? It'd be a lot simpler, but we don't, and there's not as much consistency with Nonto. He's got what we like Nonto, but 4 Premier League goal contributions, and he was young last time he was here, and the likelihood is he's going to be on the left. Is Okafor going to feature? I mean, you'd expect so, right? You'd expect so, but if we're looking to like close out games a lot of the time, let's say, is it going to be like a rotation of like a 50-50 split between Harrison and Okafor? Is that going to be the case? Do you know what I mean? Or is it going to be, you know, are you going to get a split of Nonto on the left and James on the right because he trusts them a little bit more? Is Okafor going to get as many minutes as we want? You know? Calvert-Lewin, are we going to be able to get him the service, which you could get from a quality number 8, a connector, and an innovative, you know, full of guile number 10? You know? Like getting a number 10 or like an advanced 8 or whatever, you know, whatever it is going to be. Getting a player like that, a Hamer, a Buendia, a player of that ilk, you know, who's able to conjure something out of nothing. That would aid Dominic Calvert-Lewin massively. That's going to aid Dan James in terms of slipping those balls between the centre-back and the right-back. A left-back, I should say. It's going to aid no Okafor. You know, players like that are going to help you attacking players, so it's going to make it a lot harder on those guys. But from a defensive perspective, I don't mind it. I like Perry. I like Beal, even though I've not seen enough of him. Goodmanson, I really like. Tanaka, obviously, love him. Stack, I think, has been a brilliant signing. Great to see Ampadu back in the midfield as well. So, I like it. I think they've mismanaged this window. I think they maybe thought they were selling Stroeykens. They maybe thought they were getting money in for Meslier. They maybe thought they were getting money in for Nonto. I don't know. I thought there had to be a sale at some stage. That was what we thought would happen as a collective. So it's very confusing that hasn't happened for me. Kingy, hey Kingy. I'm sure you're buzzing after this, mate. Okafor, another waste of money. Take the Okafor and Justin money, and you have a quality addition rather than 2 mediocre players. Always with the cutting edge tweets there, Kingy, or the responses. I don't necessarily disagree with that. For me, you guys have always known I've been a little bit more 50-50 on Okafor. Always. But I'm obviously willing to give it time, and hopefully it will work. Justin is for a backup fullback. It's looking like a lot of money now. Now in particular, especially the fact that we don't have. Guys, let's not get abusive to each other in the chat. Come on, let's chill out. See some of you just having a go at each other in the chat. Miguel Delaney saying that, let's have a look. Okay, here we go. Tom Ferran, thank you so much, buddy. Dom, again, legend. Thanks so much for that. Guys, if you are tagging me and stuff, legends. Absolute legends. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Or sending me DMs on Twitter, that helps. I don't think I can be tagged in too much because you know what Twitter's like. It's a bit of a cesspit. Right, let me find it for you. Let's have a look. Right, it's what we're looking at. Don't know why Mark Gay's in the thumbnail. But here we go. Harry Wilson to Leeds United, currently on Miguel Bomba. So Miguel Delaney, just for you guys who don't know, is like an award-winning journalist / author. He's got nearly 250,000 followers, and he is the chief football writer at The Independent. I tell you what. Wow. West Ham have brought in Igor. I don't think that's a great signing for West Ham. I don't think that's a great signing. But there we go. Crystal Palace stressing at the end, aren't they, as well, because of Gahey. They didn't want him to leave, did they? So... what a day. Wales FC, aren't we? How the Welsh lot? Are the Welsh lot enjoying that? Welsh lot enjoying the amount of ridiculous links we've now got, or we have got, for the Welsh lads. Do you know what I feel like right now? I feel like I've arrived at a party, right? I feel like I've just got into the party and I get in, I open the door, you know, expecting to hear music, and I get in, open the door. Hi, everybody. Oh, Connor, we're just about to leave. And they're all putting the coats on, scarves on, hats on. Oh, we're leaving, Connor, that's it. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why are you leaving? Oh, the party's ended. The party's ended. No, but I've just got here. You told me it was at this time. No, Connor, we're going. We're going. That's how I feel right now. I feel I've got to the party too late. And everybody's putting the coats on, the scarves on, the hats on. They're off home. I feel like I'm seeing Liverpool signing Gahey. I'm seeing Sunderland have a really good end to the window. You know, I'm seeing West Ham making additions. It's like being the only vegetarian at a barbecue, innit? The only vegetarian at the barbecue. You know something's happening, but it's definitely not for you. It's not for you, is it? You're a veggie. No, but yeah, well, we've got that. We've got, you know, bacon sarnie. We've got like a bit of sausages there. Not for you, though. We haven't got that for you. We've got some falafel over there if you want it. Look at the falafel. It's just dry. And I'm not calling Harry Wilson falafel. I'm not saying that. But it feels like the approach has been falafel. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. I've got to a barbecue and you can't have the prime stuff. You go in there and you've been asked to go and eat like a mushroom in the corner or some falafel. I don't want falafel. I don't want it. It's dry. Wilson is in Cardiff because it's international break. That's how I feel. It's like rocking up to a party in fancy dress when it's not fancy dress. But exactly. Only fools and horses. It is just... oh, God. Biscuit tin, innit? You go in and you do that. You've all done it. You've all done it. You've got the biscuit tin. You've got your digest. You've got your digestives. Your Jaffa cakes. You go like this. Tin's open. You know, it's on the shelf. Get it down. Oh, God, a bit of a strain to get that down. Get it down. Open the tin. You know, you just mixing your tea bag over here. In the bin. Pop in the bin. Milk in. Go to get something from the biscuit tin. Oh, there's nothing in there, Mum. Nothing in the tin. It makes the experience a 5 out of 10. Just like this window. The experience is a 5 out of 10. I wanted a Jaffa cake or a chocolate digestive or a strawberry bonbon. I want that with my cup of tea. Not strawberry bonbon. Chocolate bonbon. That's what I wanted. And I've not got that. And I'm frustrated. That's how I feel. Oh my God. That is it, Rico. Rico, absolutely on the money. If you know, you know. That is the best one yet. Opening a Quality Street tin. It's a sewing kit. Why was it always the sewing kit? Oh, man. If you had a grandma from the north of England, you will know, or Ireland, you will know that they just always put sewing kits in the Quality Street. Oh, my God. It was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Connor's head's gone. Yeah, my head's gone. Chocolate bourbon. Oh, God. That is the best one. You end up with dog biscuits instead. I know, mate. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Right, how many have we got in? I'm expecting probably about 20 of you. How many's in? Let's have a quick look. 2.0. There's nearly 3,000 of you in the building. What are you doing? But do you actually want to know this stuff? Do you want me to actually talk about transfers? I'm just here as a reaction. This is like a watch along. It's like a transfer deadline day along. What will happen to Leeds United? What will happen? What I'll say is surely with Wilson, you're looking at it and thinking to yourself, oh, Kevin's completed his medical apparently. Fulham are working on a deal to sign Tyreek George. We knew that. Samuel Chukwueze is currently undergoing a medical. There's no way he plays. Harry Wilson's obviously getting nowhere near it, is he? He's getting nowhere near it. Baron Cross. Harry Wilson has emerged as an attacking reinforcement. He reported for Wales duty this morning. Dead ball quality the team needs. 120. Yeah, there we go. Baron's gone with the appearances. Kersh, if you're in the chat, if Kershaw's in the chat, that'll give Kershaw a little twinge. In his underpants, he'll get a twinge. 123 Premier League appearances. Some people love that. Premier League experience, Kershaw's one of them. He'll get a twinge. That'll brighten up his day. 5 out of 10. What a load of falafel. Oh. Have you reacted to any of the transfers in the Prem today? If not, you might as well. Yep, fair enough. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's react to some of the Premier League transfers. What are we thinking about Liverpool? 130 million. By the way, guys, you can check out the second channel, of which we'll be reacting to Premier League signings tomorrow with Matt SB and Benjamin Bloom, and we will be getting Callum Fowler on as well again this week. So we'll be talking about that over there. Paul Joyce saying Mark Gahey to begin medical. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I can't wait to see the video announcement, to be honest. There we go. It's Kershaw there. There he is, Kersh. So he's got the twinge. He's got the twinge. Oh, God. Oh, man. That did get me laughing, that. The sewing kit. The sewing kit. Rodrigo Muniz, what are you doing here? I wish you were on the flight. Rodrigo Muniz Carvalho, get on the flight with Harry. Come on. Rodrigo Muniz in the chat. What are you doing, Rodrigo? Look, you're playing for a mid-table team as the starting striker. Why don't you come down? Fight a bit of relegation, you know? Get to Leeds. Come on. You don't get analogies like this. You do not get analogies like this in Fulham. They're too posh. Would they ever think that a sewing kit's going to be in a Quality Street tin? Absolutely not. No way. It's all M&S down there. You know what I mean? All M&S. No rabbit out of the hat. Any news on Hamer? No, mate. Nothing. It's gone very, very quiet. Is it 1 hour left? No, it's not 1 hour left. It's 2 hour left. You got it wrong. I presume you're in a different country. 130 mil is stupid money. Playing left yet? No. Harry Wilson coming to Leeds. Oh. Let's have a look. What else is going on deadline day? Do you remember? What was it? What was it when? Do you remember when Leeds? Can someone link me? Don't go to bed just yet. Who were the signings? Who Who were the signings that Leeds screwed up with when it was the don't go to bed just yet? How did it work again? There's literally a podcast about it. That is so funny. What was it? How did it work? Don't go to bed just yet. Oh yeah, this. Please load. This was at the time it was horrific. But if you're recently a Leeds fan, this was iconic, and you've missed out on 2014. This is when Leeds were in like prime, absolute shit stage. Like Leeds were a basket case of a club. And if you're too young and you've just become a Leeds fan now, you are. It makes me laugh now looking at it. But you have no idea how good you've got it. Do you know what I mean? Leeds getting battered in the Premier League. It hasn't happened yet. Well, it's happened once. But Leeds, you know, in the Premier League, struggling, top of the Championship, trying to get up there. You have experienced nothing. And am I old man in you? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I am old man in you. Look at this. This is what happened to us years ago. Right, okay. So this is what happened. Okay, don't go to bed just yet. Some of you might not understand the reference about this, on this. Don't go to bed just yet. There's still work to be done. And we're all like that. Oh, young Connor. Where was I then? Was it 2014? 2014. I was at uni. Second year of uni. I'd have been all over that. Oh my God, who are they signing? 2 hours before the deadline. Confirmed. Matt Smith, leading striker at the time, completes move to Fulham for undisclosed fee. There was context as well. After the first tweet, Jason Pearce, who was Leeds United centre-back at that moment in time, said, "Oh, this sounds decent." Imagine that. Imagine a Leeds player saying that now. You'd be like, oh, surely he knows something going on. So, don't go to bed just yet. Confirmed Matt Smith completes Fulham move. And then breaking, we can confirm striker Dominic Foley on a side for Oldham. Look at that, by the way. There's 2 spaces between the 4 and the Oldham. Undisclosed fee. After a busy last hour, that concludes our summer transfer window. That is iconic. That is absolutely iconic. It doesn't get worse than that. Your centre-back, your captain, coming out at the time and say, oh, this sounds decent. And then we sell 2 of our senior players. So all of you lot who think we've got it bad now, oh my God. And that was under Cellino. Oh, it was fun. Looking back at it now, that is funny. That is funny. Oh, God. It was horrendous at the time. Oh, God. Jason Pearce tweeted about it. That was, oh mate, it was so funny that. Ooh, this sounds decent. we sell Matt Smith. Great. Okay. Ben Jacobs has just tweeted out, just not really that much on it, but it looks like Harry Wilson will be Leeds' last signing if we did get him in. This is the tweet that he's just put out. No, not that one. That's the Matt Smith one again. Ignore that. This is the last one Ben Jacobs has put out on Harry. Least of all active on Harry Wilson, despite Fulham turning down a previous approach, one to watch. I can't wait for this terminology to just leave the game after we've stopped by this. This old Matt Smith, not even an empty not even an empty quality street tin then. Exactly, Steve. Back in 2010, I was in the Leeds United official book saying I was next to number 9. The next number 9. The dream is on. We need a striker. Good lad, Sam. Get you down to 5-a-side, mate. We need a striker. Not 5-a-side 11s, actually. We need a striker. Diabolical. Oh, God. A Fulham bench warmer. How excited should we be? I like him, mate. I think, like, I don't think it's enough. I think Leeds have made... It's going to be really tight now. It's going to be tight. That's how I'm seeing it. Trying to get a bit serious about this. I think now... Yes, where I'm at, mate. Martin, this is where I'm at. I'm just trying to cover it, you know what I mean? But I think overall, I'm kind of looking at it now, and I'm thinking... We may stay up. May do. I honestly think I honestly think when we were talking about, when we were talking about the likes of Rodrigo Muniz, Pajau, I think Leeds would have fit on it. I firmly believe, and a lot of you might laugh at this, with the teams in transition this season, Brentford, Wolves, West Ham, there was a genuine possibility if we'd have got those two in and how durable they are, I feel we'd have probably finished 15th or above. Honestly think that. Honestly think that. I now think it's just going to be completely touch and go. Completely touch and go. And I cannot give you a definitive answer. And people who I know who are eternally positive and love Leeds United, like I love Leeds United, of course, but will always look on the bright side of life when it comes to Leeds. I'm speaking to these lot now and they're like, nah, we're in massive trouble now. We're in massive trouble. Doesn't matter who comes in terms of like who we're linked with, we're in big trouble. That's what they're saying to me. And when they're saying that to me, I'm like, oh, damn. Because they don't normally say that, you know? And I'm sure one of you guys can think of the names as well. So overall, don't mind the names that we brought in. As I've said multiple times, I think we've brought some good players in. But I think we could be in a bit of trouble this year. I do think we could be in a bit of trouble. That's not like an out, I think Leeds could have made that difference. I think with this window, and I know there's PSR, I understand that, but certain decisions I think have been made and they've been pretty poor, even though some good players have been brought in. But it's going to be extremely tight now, as in last day tight, potentially. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it at the minute. Josh Brownhill's turned down moves to Wolves and Leicester. I wonder what he's holding out for. I wonder what he's holding out for. Luton in talks with Burnley of a potential deal for Ted and Mengi. The 28-year-old is an option at Turf Moor. Interesting. Gary says, Connor, do you think there'll be any incomings or outgoings in the last 2 hours? If I'm positive, Gaz, I go for Wilson. And I like Wilson. I do like him. If that doesn't happen, it's a bad day, isn't it? It's a bad day. Rye says, we go down 100% unless something happens in January now. The thing is, Rye, you got to keep yourself in touch, haven't you, mate? You got to keep yourself in touch, pal. For people who've just joined, the conversation now is it's turned to Harry Wilson. Loan offer was rejected. Permanent offer looks like it's making a few waves. Leeds going to have to move very, very quickly with this one. We've had bids turned down for Buendia. The club have turned round and said that they've not been in for Buendia or Hamer. And then we were just literally talking about James Justin and about how maybe Leeds have offset that amount of money and it's causing a few problems. Now a bit later on down the line, we need a bit of cash. Where are the goals coming from? It's a good question, Graham. It's a really good question because we need goals to stay up. That's the harsh truth of it. You need goals to stay up. Leeds United have not looked a threat from open play whatsoever. We all know it. Stats back it up. XG's not been remarkable. Farker is a gaffer. Is naturally a little bit more reserved, isn't he? Naturally a little bit more reserved. We'll go for a point instead of 3, which I think has its merits, but sometimes I think he's a little bit risk averse. which is going to impact on goals as well. You need the personnel, 100%. Of course you do. But I think overall, the attack is just not good enough. Harry Wilson definitely aids, definitely helps. I just don't think it's good enough. I just don't. You guys know I've been... Look, over here, it's been throughout the summer. We've been buzzing. We've been happy. We've been looking at the signings. We've been telling people to calm down, wait till the end of the window. But I see myself as someone who can be a little bit balanced about these things. See the fact that I think they've been too cautious. They've been way too cautious. I don't think they've been proactive enough with sales. And I think it's taken a long time for them to fully immerse themselves with the attacking side of Leeds United and trying to get signings in. I think, you even look at Mecha right at the beginning, obviously, but then you look at DCL, you look at Okafor, the sale of Ramazani. It's all too late, and they've left it quite late as well to get these players in. The time spent, obviously, on Rodrigo Muniz and Pajau, which ultimately has come to nothing. And then there was breaks. Breaks, wasn't there, between anything after Pajau, anything after Muniz up until DCL. Pajau, it's now. We're trying to look at that position now, and we've sold Ramazani. Or you could say Okafor's that, I guess. But it's late, isn't it? I like some of the signings. I like some of the players over here. I don't know if there's enough. Even with Harry Wilson, I don't know if there's enough. I don't have confidence. Cheers, Jakanji. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Hmm. 3,000 watching, guys. Make sure you slap a like on the video. Don't you do that. Would you take that? That's all what you guys are saying. Sai says he's banned for doing anything nowadays. Oh, Sai, cheers to the donation, buddy. Cheers to the donation. Rico says they've gone in with the mindset of build from the back, which is fine, but they've got carried away. Yeah, I agree with that. 100%. 100%, mate. Logan says set piece coach would be the best sign he could get. The good thing about Wilson is he can take a set piece. That is the good thing. I just think with Solomon, it's all it's all end of the day stuff, isn't it? But if you're offering me at Premier League level, Wilson or Solomon, I'm going Wilson. I am going Wilson. I know the different profiles, but I'm going Wilson. I think he's a little bit more of X factor in terms of just being able to conjure something out of nothing. A lot more durability at Premier League level as well. And I know I was taking the mick about these Premier League experiences, but I do think he's got a little bit more of an X factor in him. I think if you're to end this window with Solomon as the signing towards the back end, I'm not sure. Mikel says, can't even buy a championship player, sack the board. If a certain player stays fit, exactly, mate. He's got to stay fit, hasn't he? Got to stay fit, bud. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't stay fit, there's no point, is there? Feeburge says, I think Leeds will come good. Do you think? I'm not saying they won't, mate. I'm not saying they won't, but they need. Aaron says the window's been decent, Connor. Do we have improved in most positions? Are you confident going forward, though, mate? Are you confident going forward? Make sure you slap a like on the video, everybody. Is Hamer deal dead? It's gone very quiet, mate. Very, very quiet. Underwhelming. Connor, what is the flight time from Cardiff? I don't know, mate. I've not seen anything so far regarding it. But Solomon's Palace, we can all see has hit an obligation to buy, whereas Palace only want an option. So basically, they want to sell him. Even I told you about Solomon earlier on, everybody. If Solomon is to go, then they have to sell him. That's effectively what's happening right now. They have to sell him permanently. But I told you that, well, it's not an I told you thing, but they were always going to sell him. Frank was like, oh, I'm not, we don't want to sell him. Or apparently that was the news, that they don't want to sell him because of Frank and all this sort of stuff. He doesn't want to let him go. He would. 1 hour. Michael, it's not 1 hour, mate. It's not 1 hour, not yet. Thoughts on Wilson, mate? Just joined. Yeah, no, I don't mind it, mate. I don't mind it. We've joined a cartel of a league. Jay says, what about Solomon and Wilson? Would we take that? As an obligation, probably not for Solomon. Probably not an obligation, mate. Would you? Flight time, Connor? I don't know, mate. I don't know about the flight time. Right. Sue says 79p. No, she doesn't say 79p. Just give him it. Thanks. Kirsch says, after the Derby fiasco, who would have ever thought Wilson would end up at Leeds? Flight time is 45 minutes. Ah, right. Okay. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, and they've got to get it done by then, haven't they? Flight time 1 hour. Ah, I'm with you. Okay. I think it would be satisfactory. Logan says, it must be hard trying to sell Harrison, Aronson and Mez. They're all such a pony. Yeah. Yeah. I think someone is already in. I've seen a black Mercedes Transit with some suspect people outside Owen Road this afternoon. Yeah, I'm just not sure about Solomon. I'm just not sure about it. You don't want to bring in a player just for players' sake, and I just come down to it, and I think, you know, like, I don't know. I'm just like, what about Ramazani? But it is what it is. This watermelon's average. Connor, don't you think Gilavoggi could have got us Patrick Wimmer from Wolfsburg? That would have made sense. Mate, we need Gilavoggi in like a recruitment role, don't we? He's staying in Cardiff. We got Rodon doing the medical there. Would you prefer Gus or Wilson, Connor? Gus. Gustavo Hamer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really surprised. Really surprised Leeds haven't managed to get that one done. Honestly, I am. Why do we go for Harvey Elliott for Sui? Yeah, it's Villa, in it. Bit of a different proposition at the minute to Leeds. But, yeah. He's at the bar top from this season. It's stunning. It is, Mike. Yeah. Okay, jersey. Check them out, mate. Replicas, but I've said this before. Look, listen. Look at that. Look at that. It's great. I'm not doing this anymore where I'm spending them just on official jerseys anymore. I'll just get absolutely iconic. They've got the sponsors on and everything as well on the back. It's really good. Really good. Honestly, well worth it. Link below. Hold my beer. I just think to myself, like, how is it not a deal like with Gus Hamer that's just obvious to be done? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's rough, innit? It's rough. Checking back in, what's the crack? Where have you been, Knox? Don't be leaving, lad. Connor, can loans happen after the window closes, or are we screwed? I think there's a finalisation period, mate. There is a finalisation period. There's normally like a buffer period afterwards of about an hour. Happens all the time. Hamer improves. It should be an easier. That's kind of where I'm at with Hamer. It just feels like it just feels like it's a really easy one, in my opinion. Anyway, it'd be an easy one to get done. 40 minutes down the road, but it just doesn't feel like Leeds want to get that one done. But this is the latest, I guess, when it comes to Miguel Delaney. Con, what's the latest? The latest is right now of this minute. So we've got. Emi Buendia has an Aston Villa have rejected a move to Leeds United. We have Gus Hamer, who our journalists are saying that we've not spoken to at all. We've got our journalists, aka what the club's saying to our journalists, is that we've not approached Emi Buendia either, even though there's a lot of journalists saying that we have. Leeds then approached Harry Wilson. Yeah, Leeds then approached Harry Wilson. And after that, we got rejected on a loan, and then they've gone in for a permanent, and then apparently they're in conversation right now. There was a chartered flight, which is not on anymore, but then was back on. It's just a little bit all over the place. Marcus Goodall, look at that logo. Iconic, Marcus. Good to see you in here, mate. And I agree with you, Marcus. Get Bogle to give Hamer a ring. Are we skint after Justin Okafor and a lack of sales, Connor? I think that's going to play to it. I think they thought they were going to, in my opinion anyway, I think they thought that they may have sold Emelie by now. I think they thought they may have sold, I don't know, maybe Joseph for a fee, but then apparently Leeds didn't want him to go for a fee. So they wanted to go loan with an option. I think it's an option, isn't it? But when you're also looking at Stroeykens, maybe they thought at some point there was going to be a big offer for him. I can't believe, and it doesn't look like they have as well. Jason, don't do that to me, mate. I can't believe that you've not had, from my perspective anyway. Sorry, I'm going to have to shut my window because there is genuinely, we've just got stoned, like, people, and it's a nice area, this, but there's just these people who go out there and get stoned 5 times a day. It's doing my absolute tits in. Literally, I'm sat here getting high. I mean, maybe I should just keep the window open. What do you reckon? Should I just get myself hotboxed? Sit here like this. No to drugs, kids. No to drugs. But yeah, in my opinion, anyway, they should have just been, if they wanted Hamer immediately, you just go and get. I mean, Hamer and Wilson would have been nice, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? In terms of a little duo there, that'd have been nice. How come we couldn't sell Melier? There's got to be offers, mate. There's got to be offers. Mad Milan says there's a private jet from Paris to Leeds Airport. Is there anything that could be? Potentially, we were just speaking a little bit earlier on about a youngster from Anderlecht who Leeds could make a move for, Mario Stroeykens. So that could be him. He fits in the under-21 bracket as well. Hamer's situation is like fancying someone. We're still doing the analogies. It's like fancying someone for years. When they're interested, you ignore them. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Like drawing the short straw in a straw factory. That's how it feels right now. Now Solomon's become available as well. It just feels like we're going to be getting Solomon, doesn't it? Probably going to end up with Solomon. Oh, deary me. It's all fun and games, isn't it? It's all fun and games when you're Leeds United. Sheffield United just announced Ogbene. It's a good deal for you, that, mate. I didn't, BP. Is that what you're saying, Cabal? Makes you think of 2020 DePaul, Gvardiol to 2025 DCL. I know, mate. BP says, did you see Woody on Wacko? I'm not on Wacko, mate. Paris Flight Cabal. Okay, that'd be a nice addition. Another youngster we spoke about multiple times. Okay, now Manor Solomon is going to... Okay, so thanks, Ollie. Top man. So Manor Solomon is finalising a move, a loan move as we speak. Shout out to Ollie there. He's finalising a move to Spurs. No, he's not. To Palace. There you go. Henry Winter, as official as it gets, everybody. So that's the latest. So Solomon, we had a minute where the deal was dead by Miguel Delaney. And now Manor Solomon is finalising his move. Henry Winter's pretty much as good as it gets as well. He's finalising a move to Palace. So that doesn't look like he's coming to Leeds United, which is okay by me. Okay by me. I feel like if this was the case, mate. Second tier scoops, that even an account? Oh, right, you're at each other. Okay, you're just talking to each other. Gustavo Hamer's been spotted in the stands at Ellen Road whilst in the process of media duties for his now confirmed move to Leeds. I don't think that's the case, mate, somehow. I don't think that's the case. It would be lovely if that was the case, but I don't know where you're getting that from. Ibrahim, that is just agent talk, mate. It's just agent talk. Keith, I know, mate. This is getting nervy now, though, isn't it? Is anybody else getting a bit nervy? You're getting a little bit shaky. Is anybody else doing that right now? Because as of right now, we have less than an hour and a half. Wow. An hour and a half. And they're frantically going about deals now as well. Charlie Cresswell's going to West Ham, it looks like. Nottingham Forest have reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid, Javi Galán. This is the thing as well. You're getting other clubs. I'm not saying Forest are in and around Leeds, but you're getting other clubs strengthening in and around us, especially in the top end of the pitch. Do us a favour, everyone, slap a like on the video. Stay with me. Just over an hour and a half. Sell Gus to Leeds quick. Yeah, you got Ogbene and just sell him to us. Just give him to us on loan. Matty says, imagine 7 p.m. comes and we now 2 or 3 players. Ah, that'd be lovely, mate. We've never done that, though, have we? We've just never done that. That would be amazing. Sui says, this is going to be Dan James all over again. What have we got on? There's 3,500 people watching me now. You show me a little t-shirt. Okay. What's up? No, I'm right. I'm right. Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Off stream, she's an absolute you know what. There, she is real. Okay, let's have a look. Wales FC plane is cancelled. Dan James, all flights taken down now. What's going on? Craig, you pervert. Solomon on load to Palace. It's going to be Dan James all over again. I'm trying to find the loan player if there's any extension. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. No, there isn't. No, it's everything closed at the same time. Stevie says, if we are not getting anyone, Leeds should have already told us. What a shambles. George says, what's the noise around Gus from your sources? It's not sources, mate. It's just 2 people, as I know, well, 3 people, but 2 of which I worked with, and another person who is very close to the scene, and they all said the exact same deal with the exact same. Everything was the same with what they were all telling me when I was asking, and there's been nothing today. Normally I get texts, normally I get something, and as of right now, there has been nothing from them. So, yeah. I think it's all on Wilson, isn't it? All on Wilson. All on Wilson. Good age. Get her on, Connell. I'd cheer her up. Cheer us up. No. Not with you lot. Not with you lot. You're absolutely torturous on here sometimes. The amount you bully me. Oh, God. So it looks like let's get up what it could look like. So this is what it would be, okay, which is interesting because you get someone on this side, and that means that Nonto comes out, which, yeah. So this is what it would look like on the custom if we went to a 4-3-3. So there you go. So let us know in the chat if you think that's good enough. What do you think? I'm just Wilson not going anywhere, according to some people in the chat. Say it how it is, Soph. That's what I'd be hoping, Pete. 17th, maybe. Matty says, providing they all remain fit and they're 100% on it every weekend, I think it is. Who do you think goes down then, mate? Who do you think goes down? Because obviously the team's got to go down ahead of that. So I think a lot of you are saying, because I think we'd have to go to a 4-3-3 with Wilson. No, we could do a 4-2-3-1, but I think a 4-3-3 works well with him. Lack of pace, innit? It's just a lack of pace. Bullseye Boys says, thanks for the entertainment during the summer, Connor. Fair play management marathon session today with no sat. I know, mate. I'm hoping there's something at the end. Just like a nice reward for me and all of you lot as well. I'll give you Sheffield United, though. You've got to be pretty happy with the window, haven't you? You know, you get 2 or 3 more bodies in. Not that anyone cares. But 2 or 3 more bodies in. Keep Gus Hamer. It's a good window. Only Leeds would now not go and get Gus Hamer. It's a nightmare. It's just going to be so narrow, innit? So narrow in terms of us getting it. Tommy says 1.5 hours TikTok. Alex says, thanks for the content, Connor. You the man. No, you the man, Alex. Thanks, bud. Bielsa had a hard drive on Wilson. 5 windows with DF and no cam. What happened to 140 million we got last summer was clearly money we missed out on not going up. I think it's a fair question. I think it's more than a fair question to be looking at where this money's gone that we're supposed to be investing. Guys, I'm just going to take a quick second to just talk you through our sponsors as well. Check them out in the description below. You've all been asking me about my jerseys at okjersey.com. Absolutely fantastic stuff. You can get them for 15 quid. We're also in partnership with BetMate, everybody. They are absolutely brilliant. If you want to get involved in fantasy betting every single week, you can do that. Pick 7 players, get involved in a pot. About £1.50, £3, £5, 10 quid, all that you can afford. They're doing it through the international break as well. And what happens, everybody, is everything gets put into a pot when it comes to monetary value, and one wins at the end when it comes to fantasy football. Match bingo, they will match you 200%. 200% when it comes to getting involved. You enter 5 quid, they'll give you a tenner absolutely free as well. 5 cards for the price of 4. Make sure you enter over there, everybody. Absolutely brilliant stuff over there. Shop GNO, the fantastic Shop GNO, everybody. Sponsored the channel for a while now. And Job Match Group as well. Sponsored the channel for a while. Tailored job-specific stuff to all of your needs, everybody. Retail, security, everything on there. I know a lot of people go through hard times when it comes to jobs and recruitments and stuff. I've used this for a family friend of mine. It's been really effective. Shop GNO as well, an e-commerce site ran by a Leeds United fan. 5% cheaper rates than Amazon, Vinted, and eBay. All links of all of them can be found in the description below or on screen on the little carousel. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying as well. We'll judge when the window closes. Don't think they have got much wrong since taking over. It says Cool Media. If there isn't a player good enough to kick us on available, let's wait until Jan instead of wasting the cash. What I'd say, Cool Media, is regarding that, I think we've just got to be a little bit more careful in the region of saying that we need to wait till January. The problem is, mate, we've got, and it would depend in January when you bring these players in as well. We've got in around the December, January period, it's minging, isn't it? I think we play Liverpool twice in a month. By that point, you could be out of it. And that's how ruthless the Premier League is. It's not really like the Championship where you can put a run together at the end. Getting a win in the Premier League is so difficult. It's so hard. And as you know, mate, I think a lot of the frustration is that they're not doing this. You know, they've not done what needed to be done, of which we all thought would be done to this point. But I think you wait until January. It's with how it is nowadays. With how it is nowadays in terms of how ruthless this division is, 3 games can have you out of it. That's all it takes. If you lose 3 games on the spin, and then your opponents are able to pick up points, 3 points here, here and there, you're done in the Premier League. It's just that ruthless, and teams will absolutely batter you as well. They'll take you apart, as we all know. I think we've just got to be really careful looking at that and thinking we can wait till January just to get our targets. This was the whole month. And January's harder as well, mate. January's so much harder because everybody knows that you need certain players, certain personnel. So they charge you premiums. No, Wilson's not off. No, there's flight cancellations going on here, there, and everywhere. It's not off, though. People saying that we're still involved in him. With him, not in him. It's almost felt quite like awkward today, hasn't it? Has anybody else felt like that? It's felt like awkward in the transfer market. Like, you know, when you're getting rejected from Buendia, and then you're getting rejected from, well, Villa and Buendia, then you're getting rejected from Harry Wilson to start off with. Then they're saying stuff like they've not been talking to Buendia or Hamer from the club. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just been awkward, hasn't it? Like a nun at a hen party. Just awkward. Weird. Do you know what I mean? Just getting let down. As much use as a knitted condom today. Honestly, that's how it's felt throughout the whole day. So, you can have McNeil. Indeed, mate. Indeed. But look, he scored 20. Yeah, I think that's the issue, innit? It's that is the issue right now. It's thinking about the... It's just thinking about the goals. Craig says, what do you make to Lemons to Scum, mate? He's not got the greatest record, has he? He's just not got the greatest record. I think there's the pressure, isn't there? There's the pressure element of it. Alex says, would you say the club has shown a lack of ambition? No. No, I won't say that. I won't say they've shown a lack of ambition. I think they've misjudged it. I think ambition's strong. But no, I think they've misjudged it. Oh, dear. Jimmy. Oh, dear. Anyone get insulted when they tweeted Gruev heat map? Yeah, they've done it a couple of times now, haven't they? I think they've tweeted, have they YouTubed the extended highlights of the Newcastle game? I don't know what those extended highlights are as well, by the way. Sean said, Almira lad having a medical now, scored 2 versus Real Madrid last year. 100% will help with goals and assists. His name is, oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong year. Yeah, do you remember when we signed Ramazani? Oh man, it was so exciting just looking at those highlights and looking at everything. Oh, it was I don't know. Like I said, I don't think we'd be that worried. Or we'd still be wanting an attacking player, obviously. But I wouldn't be thinking, oh my God. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like I am doing now. As I said earlier on, I can't go back on it. I said we need 2 players today. And we've got an hour and a half left and we ain't got any in. I'm going to message that person again. Just see if there's anything. Would you be happy with Hamer now? Would you be happy with Hamer now? I think they should just go all out for him. I think you should just go for Hamer. And I keep saying this, and it sounds really like redundant and obvious, but I just think if they get him over the line, does he have more of an impact on this Leeds side than Wilson? I think he might. I think he might. I think he might, you know. It's just from that central space. He's not shy. God. Tell me you've never watched Gus Hamer. You just have done right there. Hamer, Twine, Price. Twine, no, Norman. Price, no. I think if you to ask me now who I'd prefer, it'd still be Hamer. I think there's just more influence on the game. I think there's more influence on the game from Gus than Wilson. I just think there is, to be honest. There's clearly something, though, which they're not sold on. There's clearly something. With that price that we're talking about, there is something that they're not convinced on. I think whatever Leeds will peddle out there, I think they've gone for Buendia, which was reported by several people. They've gone for Buendia. They were clearly put off by whatever happened with this Sheffield United deal. They went for Buenanotte before him, didn't they? They went for El Canouse before him. I think they've gone for... It's just not a good look, is it? If you go and get Hamer now, it's a little bit like, well, do you actually want him? Are we going to play him? Or is it just PR? I wouldn't mind Wilson. I just wonder. I think Hamer would get me more excited, though. I think Hamer would get me more excited. I'll tell you what. Should we put it in the chat? Let's get it in the chat. Who would you get more excited by? Let us know. So we'll go. Who would get you more excited? Let us know in the chat. Hamer or Wilson? Steve says, Steve Morrison, do you want to get your boots back on, mate? All the money's there, in my opinion, but they've made a massive blunder within an experienced recruitment team. I think there's something there. I do think that. I do think there is something there, maybe with the recruitment team. What I'd say as well is I don't mind what they've done, and I don't mind the targets. I think what they've tried to do is aim high, and they've just missed a lot. And that's the current landscape of the promoted teams now. Sunderland have been very aggressive, though, haven't they? Very aggressive this window. I think we needed Hamer and one more. Hamer and Wilson, I'd take. That'd be nice. Are they more similar profiles, potentially? But I'd have Hamer more off that left-hand side. That right-hand side, sorry. And then Gus central. 70% saying Hamer. 3.5k on the stream. Congrats, Connor. You're doing bits. Cheers, mate. Yeah, we did. It's doing all right, isn't it? It's doing all right. Paddy says wanted Hamer for the last for the last month. It's amateur hour, Con. I know, mate. It feels 70% are saying Hamer. That's obviously 30% if you will be saying Wilson. That's interesting. That is interesting. So it feels like a lot of you. Tommy says Wilson has continuously proved he can do it at the top level. Hamer hasn't. I wonder if Wilson's ever... I like Wilson, by the way. I like Wilson. Yeah, I think it's quite fine between a minute. %70 saying Hamer. Yeah, well, just got a message saying doesn't look like it happens now, mate, regarding Hamer. So there you go. Not that obviously Leeds are saying still they've not contacted him. I don't know. Doesn't look like Hamer's on. There you go. For those asking. Oh, well, everybody. There's 3.6K of you in the chat. We've got 1.2K of you liking the video. Do us a favour, slap the video out, guys, and check the sponsor. It's not Hamer's work rate is poor, Connor. It's not, mate. He's played 80 plus games in the last 2 seasons. His work rate isn't poor. Farker said we needed more. Prague said there would be more, just not good enough, really. I agree, Aaron. Agree, mate. So Hamer off, Wilson off. Who's next? I don't know if Wilson's off. There's no official source. People are just talking about flights. There's no official source saying it's dead in the water yet. I've just been told that Hamer's unlikely now. So, saying it's unlikely now because Leeds just haven't gone early enough on him. I don't think Leeds are sure on him, which some of you might enjoy. Damn sight better than what we've got. Who do you reckon is on the Paris flight? A lot of people are saying Cabal. I don't know if there's even something coming from that. Just go to bed. Cheers, mate. Looks like Melee Stain will end up paying him off like Paddy. I might have to get a brew here, you know. I might have to get a cup of tea. Hello. Right, 1.4K. I'm going to ask more often. Connor, you deserve a medal, mate. Fronting this and keeping it going. Cheers, Mark. Cheers, mate. It's it can be a bit of an effort. Mark says, can Wilson deliver quality set pieces? Hamer can. Yeah, I think he can, Mark. He can. That's the thing we need as well. You've got Anton. You look going forward at what Leeds United have. You've got Anton Stack on set pieces, and presumably that's not going to change. So you've got Anton Stack on set pieces. Chris, is you staying until beyond the deadline, Con? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I mean, that will be beyond. That'll be like 4 hours. So it would be nice if just something happened. That'd be great. Just giving us something. It's even like, like them keeping hold of, like Fulham getting Kevin from Shakhtar. And like I'm looking at like them linking up, him linking up with Rodrigo Muniz. And Harry Wilson being like their third. They're getting Chuck Weze in, aren't they? Tyreek George, Kevin, and Harry Wilson's now like going to be their third, fourth choice. And it's like, and then we're like scrambling around with him. I go get him. Yeah, no, I think Fulham fans would miss him. I do. No, Kevin's going apparently. Boniface gone to Werder Bremen, has he? Right. Interesting. Wouldn't expect that. 1.5k. Well done, everyone. Smashing it. Underwood can't stay after this. Auto would never. Might as well get Josh. No, you don't want to get Josh Sargent in. Can he play 10 Wilson? He can. I prefer him out wide, though. I prefer him out wide cutting in. Mick says it's so disappointing. The worst part is it just shows how much we've sank as a club. Even Sunderland are pulling signings out. They've got to get someone, haven't they? Twitter meltdown at 17:01 will be generational, says Josh. Yeah, I'll be like worn out by then, won't I? I'll just be absolutely worn out. Bring Largy back. This is a big problem as well. One of the biggest problem. Like, when you've not brought like a winger in, and then you loan Largy Ramazani out to like the fourth biggest club in Spain, and he gets an assist on his debut after being on for about 5 minutes. And Corberan sees a player in him, and I absolutely love Carlos Corberan as a coach. It's just everything. I just don't understand. There wouldn't be as much of a clamour by Leeds fans right now if Ramazani was still at the club, because you'd have Ramazani and Okafor on one side, then you'd have James and Nonto on the other side. You got a little bit more of a balance. Right now, you have to get another attacking player in because we've left ourselves short. That's the problem right now. You've got an untested Okafor, but then that's dual. And, a lot of you won't like this now because it's knives out for the 49ers, but Daniel Farke has been massively at fault for what's gone on with Ramazani. Massively. Because he just doesn't like him. And we all know that. We're not 5 years old. It's like you can see this from a mile off. The minutes that he was utilised for last season, even in Solomon's down parts, he just wasn't utilised from the bench. There'd be points where he wouldn't come on for a minute. He just didn't rate him. And he had a sharp pre-season, I thought. And Farke just didn't want him, mate. So then the 49ers think, well, all right, we'll loan him out then. But they've completely messed this up in terms of not getting a replacement in beforehand. Get a replacement in. Thank you. Get a replacement in. We take that as well. I haven't. No, I'm right. Thank you. A little bit hot. You're right. Go on. I thought you said you were hot. Me too. Yeah, so private jet from London landed 20 minutes ago, Connor. Yeah, 100% I agree. I just think it's kind of just got to that stage now where, you can't, like, I think, I keep saying this, and for you newbies here who've maybe just joined, I don't think Okafor's a level up from Ramazani. I don't think he is. I didn't think when he was in Dublin he played well, but I didn't look at him and think, oh my God, there's a lot of people saying he ripped Leeds apart. He didn't rip Leeds apart in Dublin. He was good. He played well. A lot of the time Schmidt was just playing effectively right wing, and we know there was problems there with Schmidt. And I like the stature, the profile of Okafor. I know he fits what we've been going for. But even when he was playing the other day against Sheff Wednesday, looked up maybe a little bit of nervous energy, was being forced inside a little bit by Stroeykens, their right wing back. Sakiri, I should say, their right wing back, the young 19-year-old who's forcing him inside a lot. I think with Ramazani, he just got someone who's direct, electric. He's got a good shot with both feet. He's instinctive. Just because a manager doesn't like the player doesn't mean the player is a bad player. Hence why he's playing out for Carlos Corberan in Spain for Valencia. So that is something of which the club and Farke have clearly spoken over, and they've bottleneck approached that and brought him in last year. And Farke doesn't want to use him. He doesn't want to use him for whatever reason. So that's fine. So then you've got to recruit. You've got to recruit someone who's his level or better. I think you've got someone of Okafor who's a similar level to him. But then you've got no one else, or you've just got and James, who we're not sure is going to be able to acclimatise Premier League level. He's always had that question mark over him. Nonto we all like, but he needs to prove it a little bit more. And that's that. That's not. It's not. I'm not saying this is Farke's fault. I'm not. But the whole Ramazani chat, a lot of it has to be put down to Daniel Farke. I didn't want him in. We all know that. He didn't want him in. Let's not change history now because we're all angry with the 49ers now. Should they have sanctioned the move away? No. They shouldn't have done that. Should Ramazani have been at the club right now? I think yes. I think he'd have been a helping hand at points this season. And I don't think we'd have all been looking at it right now and going, you've not done this, you've not attacked, you've not brought any wingers in, blah, 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 blah. And we'd have been able to maybe just look a little bit more central. Kevin to Fulham, here we go, says LUFC Bobby. Let's have a look at that. Which is big. No one said that. You just waffling, Marty. No one said it's a waste. I don't know if you're talking to people in the chat here, mate, but you're absolutely waffling if you think I've said that. Once again, let's not make things up. I think the 49ers are generally at the top of the helm, but I'm saying when it comes to Ramazani specifically, there is a joint endeavour there, 100%. 100%. Phillips' contract being terminated at City. Not interested, mate, but cheers for your donation, Tom. Let's have a look at what Fab's saying. Let's have a look. Kevin's gone to Fulham. Here we go. 45 million euros. That'd have been nice, wouldn't it? That'd have been nice. So we're going to sanction it then. Hope that might speed up now for Harry Wilson. Oh, sorry. And Marty, I apologise, mate. I apologise. Unless you reference somebody else in the chat, it's as if you're saying it to me, mate. And I was like, I've not said anything about that. I don't think it is a waste. I'm a fan of Okafor. I'm just saying it's not a level up to what Ramazani is, in my opinion. And for those who say like stuff like, in my opinion anyway, for those who say stuff like he'd have been played more if he was that good, that's just subjective. And managers play systems. Hence why some of you wouldn't have brought Harrison on the weekend. Some of you'd have brought Okafor on at the weekend. It's all based on perception and subjectivity and what you do in that game. Some of you might want to win the game. You might think you can win the game by bringing Okafor on. Some might want to consolidate and bring on, Okafor and consolidate and bring on Harrison and Aronson and all this sort of stuff. So yeah. Are we still mating on the Muniz deal? No, mate, that's off. That's off. One Rama fan channel. Could be right, mate. Could be right. That's fine. I guess that can be laid at me. It's also not fan channel anymore, but I've not seen any of this of. Javi Alex Sevilla's done. Leeds still in talks, apparently, with Harry Wilson as of 40 minutes ago, according to The Athletic. Chukwueze to Fulham too. Yeah. Ronnie Pickering said zero's going to happen. Years of following Leeds, mate, has made me think this. Unfortunately. Years of supporting Leeds has led me to, unfortunately, in the transfer window, as it's kind of how I feel. One Valencia channel, that's it, mate. Sean's donated £2. Cheers, Sean, mate. Just Harry Wilson, obviously. Matt says, Matt had your comment then, it's gone. A combination of new recruitment team, Farker not being a pull, 49ers slow PSR and bad PR. The PR's been horrific. The PR for the club has been an absolute, it's been an absolute show. It's been everywhere. The club might deny it. They can deny it all they want. People know, when you're getting like top tier journalists reporting and just noising around certain clubs that Leeds have been after or Leeds have asked the question, it's obvious that this is happening right now in the background. It's just bad for PR when you're getting like Talk Sport, you're getting Sky Sports, you're getting rejecting your Buendia, they're in for Buendia rejects them. Hamer, as you guys know, there's strong rumours behind the scenes that Leeds were interested and we're talking, and apparently Hamer's been very much aware of Leeds United's interest for a long time now. And that's kind of gone quiet again. Obviously, the Buenanotte deal didn't work, but we're all very aware these deals have been in the background, all very, very aware, but it's just looked awful. It's looked awful this last month. Buying James Justin for 10 million quid now looks horrendous, especially if there's problems with money. The Bilal El Khanou stuff, which, you know, I mean, Leeds could have done his expiry clause, his release clause, which was 25 million quid. It looks, I don't think there was ever an official bid put in from what you're led to believe. Maybe obviously Bilal El Khanou was waiting for his options, of which we said that was context applied, of course. But it's just been, this last month has been a shit show. It's been an absolute shit show in terms of PR. Yorkshire Peacock says, "Con, talk to me, daddy." What do you want to know, mate? What do you want to know? What do you want me to talk to you about? Quality Streets. Solomon to Milan. Slow sports news here, Paul. Oh, dear. So Fulham have agreed a deal to sign winger Tyreek George. They've now brought in... So they've brought Tyreek George in from Chelsea. They're bringing in Chukwueze. And they've brought in Kevin. So they've brought in 3 wide players, effectively. Yeah, here we go for the Brazilian Kevin. Yeah. Have we signed anyone? No, maths, we haven't. What are we saying then? I would take Josh Brownhill. Pilgrim says, "Hey, Connor, thoughts on Wilson? Just seen the news." Yes, mate, we've been speaking about it for around about 4 hours now. I'd be happy with Wilson. I would. Yeah, we need 2 more. We need more, don't we? But it is what it is. I would take Josh Brownhill. He's a free agent. Yeah, he's just turned down a few, hasn't he? 58 minutes. Oh, God. Day says pub. No more pub, Day. No more pub. I thought it shuts at 12, not 7. No, 7, mate. New rules this season. Oh, man. Man. Day keeps putting in here pub. Is this what your answer to everything is, Day? When did you get up this morning, Day? Pub. What have you been up to, Day? Pub. Did you have food today, Day? Pub. 57 minutes, right? You guys are actually counting down. Last hour. It's going to be a very, very long season. Harry Wilson seems a bit underwhelming. Just me. Yes, it is. Look, it is an underwhelming. It is an I think Harry Wilson and others would have been great. They'd have been great. Sterling available. Manu confirmed to stay at Scum. Derby Days. Wonder if there's any free agents. Yeah, let's bring in another one. 56 minutes. Cart on the table. Do you think Leeds avoid the drops? No. No, I don't. Not at the minute. I need to see more from Okafor. I need to see, as in playing. I need to see a lot. You know, I need to see a bit of consistency. I need to see us over a 6-7 game period. How we're going to compete with the big boys. How we're going to look in transition. Are we going to score enough goals? I don't know if we score enough goals. You know, I like Calvert-Lewin, but he's not prolific. He's not prolific. Mecha, I like Mecha a lot as well. Once again, just not prolific. I mean, hopefully it's lightning in a bottle for this season. It'd be amazing if so. Okafor, we'll have to wait and see. It's once again we don't really know with no Okafor. As I say, he's not really physically ready. I was talking about physical readiness from last season. Napoli, Scudetto, obviously them winning it. He didn't really feature that much. 8 appearances, I think, in that overall season in terms of starting and coming on in that second half of the season. Look, on the other side, James, I keep saying this, I don't think James is a starter in the Premier League. I think there's games of which he'd be more useful, but I think you've seen already defenders, how good they are at the top level. I mean, James Garner absolutely wrapped him up, and he's a central midfielder. Dan James really struggled against him, and he's a central midfielder. So, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult. And then you kind of looking on that right-hand side, Nonso. But I think we've just lost that absolute electric pace that we had a little bit in Ramazani. And you've not got a creator, you haven't got a connector, you haven't got an innovator. So it's hard. It's hard for me to say, it's hard for me to turn around and say, yeah, we're going to stay up, because I think at the back, I'm happy. I'm happy at the back. I'll honestly say I'm happy at the back. I'm happy with what we have. I'd like another left back, but that's not going to happen. Matthias says, I think we'll survive. Wolves, Brentford and Burnley going down. Hope you're right, buddy. Hope you're right. It's made it tighter, though, hasn't it? It's made it a lot tighter. I was mentioning this early on. Like, if you get Pajau and if you get Muniz, you stay up. Hands down. Hands down. Frank says, you're feeling deflated by me. Like me. Yeah, mate, I am at the minute. CJJ says, some serious graft of the last few months. Connor cheers. I honestly reckon DCL, Mecha come good. Yep, hopefully you're right, buddy. Phil for Farker. Ledge requirements out, and the 49ers have fallen a little short. Yeah, I can agree with that last bit. Yeah, I think if I'm the manager of a club and I've said that I need 2 more players and they don't go out and get any on deadline day, that's a problem. Yeah, I do think that's a problem. I agree, mate. Completely agree with that. Hot take. This all started by not sacking Farker. Yeah, there'll always be that, won't there? There'll always be the Farker ins, the Farker outs, and he's got to prove people wrong by getting results this season. But I think with Farker, I think he needs as many good players as possible as well. I think that's what he needs. Like, some managers are able to work around it a little bit, and we saw against Newcastle he can be a little bit more pragmatic than maybe what we thought after the Arsenal game. But yeah, still worry a little bit. His substitutions in game. Still worry about how he sets up sometimes, But he improved a lot against Newcastle. But the deficiencies in the squad are clear. It's not even about the teams that we face. We get to the final third and we don't know what to do with it. And it's poor decision making. And we get a lack of chances in this division. So do you think this team can get to 50 goals? Do you think this team can get to what? 40, 50 goals this season? Do you think it can? I'm just not sure where it comes from. So Chukwueze's got to Fulham. Chukwueze's got to Fulham. Yep, he's gone 4 minutes ago. So literally, it's an open goal. This should be an open goal. Chukwueze, Fulham, Kevin, Fulham. They've got to get this done. They've got to get this done. Harry Wilson doesn't play anymore. Harry Wilson literally doesn't play anymore. Tyreek George as well. Tyreek George, Chukwueze, and Kevin. They have to get this done now. Well, you're not thinking it gets to that many goals. I get that. I get that. Completely understand that. Genuinely do, everybody. Jason Thomas, welcome to the One Leaders, mate. Good to see you in here, buddy. Welcome. Welcome to the gang, the crazy gang. Fulham reject offer for Wilson. Don't think they do. Don't think they do, mate. Make sure it's not an old report you're looking at. 50 goals, no chance I put my money on it. 27 max. 27 doesn't keep you up, mate. No way. You need at least. You need 42, 43 plus. Fulham want permanent deal. They do. Fulham don't reject the deal, everyone. You guys, you need to keep up to date. I'm trying to keep you as up to date as possible, but you're all going to reports 5 hours ago. It has developed since then a little bit. Mark's Mighty Whites. Cheers, mate. Get a coffee on me, bud. You've kept me half saying whilst I've been off sick this summer. Keep it going, bud. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, buddy. Legend. I know, EJ. I know, EJ. Ben Terry, I can't do anything about that, mate. Solomon's Palace, but I thought he was not Prem quality. He'd be sitting on Palace's bench, mate. He'd be doing the exact same thing as what he's doing. There's no way he gets into Palace's team. No way. So yeah, he'll sit on Palace's bench if he was to go. That move's broken down, by the way. Yeah. You got to think about the Leeds squad, mate. Is he going to come in and offer an absolutely different profile to what we've got right now? Harry Wilson, obviously a different player, but he's a different profile to what Manor Solomon is. I've laid out 450 times why I believe Manor Solomon as a winger will struggle in a Leeds United side, technically in the Premier League. I've laid that out. It's my opinion. If you think he's a Premier League winger, because he's done well for Leeds in the Championship, and there's no body of evidence he's good in the Premier League, that's absolutely fine, mate. That's absolutely fine. I don't think he's got the pace. I think he'd be forced inwards a lot. I think he'd make Leeds a hell of a lot more congested because I think on that wide flank hitting the byline, he wouldn't be able to beat his men half the time. Like in the Championship, he developed that a little bit towards the end. Of course he did, but he wouldn't be able to have that inconsistency in the Premier League as well. You've already seen it affect Dan James in terms of his performance. I think Manor Solomon would be the exact same. It's a completely different expectation as well. He will be playing against a team that will be fighting against relegation. For Palace, it'd be completely different. There's a complement of better ball players in and around him at Crystal Palace. Is he going to be a difference maker for Leeds in the Premier League? He's not, in my opinion. He's just not. He doesn't have that technical level to be a difference maker in the Premier League. He doesn't. Harry Wilson, I think, does at points. I think Harry Wilson definitely does. I think Wilson, I like that one. Gus Hamer, I like that. I think it's a difference maker. Buendia, I could even get on that bandwagon a little bit. Manor Solomon's not. Look, it's sentiment because he's done well for Leeds in the Championship. It's great, brilliant. That doesn't mean we have to sign him in the Premier League. Doesn't mean it's going to work in the Premier League. As I say, one of our wingers right now is really struggling with it at the Premier League at Premier League level. Now, do I think Solomon's a little bit more technically gifted than Dan James? Yeah, but I don't think Solomon's got that much pace. So I think in the Premier League, when we're talking about pace, athleticism, physicality all the time, I don't think it'd work for him at Leeds United side when the responsibility is going to be heavy on him. And you've just brought in no Okafor. The whole thing is, right now, in my opinion, is you keep hold of Ramazani, who's at the club anyway, and you get no Okafor in if that's what you're going to do. And you've got two players who are vying for the same position there. And then the other side, you've got Nonso, who's better on the right-hand side this season, much better with Bogle on the right-hand side, competing with James. So you've got Ramazani and Okafor. And then you've got Nonso and James. Why is there this absolute fascination with going out and getting Solomon again because he got Leeds promoted in the Championship? I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Yeah, I just don't understand it. But it is what it is. It's football, isn't it? It's footballs are like arseholes. Everybody's got them. I understand it. I understand some of you really, really rate Solomon. I don't think he'd be a good acquisition for Leeds in the Premier League. And I think if he went to Palace, he'd just be sat on the bench. That's what I think. I think it's just sustenance. Night Ash, 45 minutes. God, that's gone down quick, hasn't it? That's gone down quick. Can we still get Haim after the deadline? We can't, mate. Why, Mark? Tell me why. And I'll bring up your question, your thing again. I'm talking about like adaptability to the Premier League. That's fine because I'm not 100% sold on Okafor yet. I'll be honest with you. But why? At least what Okafor's got is a physical presence. He's athletic. He's quick. He's a good dribbler. As I say, very physical. If you guys are on said forum, there is something out there which might give you a... but it's just been all day, hasn't it? It's been all day. Yeah. It's been all day. So... You having a day off tomorrow, Connor? I am, mate. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I probably won't, though. I always do this. In fact, no, I'm not because I'm live on the second channel. So, no, I won't be. I'm live on the second channel. They needed another one with Wilson, though. They needed another with Wilson. Hi, Mitch. Good to see you in here, mate. I will respond to your DM as well, pal. As you can tell, it's just been mental. But I will do, mate. Deal off Wilson. Who's saying this? I'm not seeing this anywhere. There's people just saying deal off all the time. If the deal's off and they've brought in 3 frigging wingers and the deal's off, that is incredible. If we can't get a deal done for Harry Wilson when they've just brought 3 wingers in the space of 5 hours, that is horrendous. I'm seeing this everywhere, by the way. I'm seeing this everywhere. Which... oh, my God. Nothing like a late Leeds move to make a player feel wanted. Well, I've asked DV4. Appreciate your content, lad. Sender Sammy, what a legend. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you too, mate. Thank you so much, Sender. Appreciate that. Thought they weren't interested. Thought they didn't make communication with Hamer. Just gone in now, have they? Just gone in now. Never made contact with him, have they? Until now. It's first time in the window. That's what Leeds would lead you to believe. Not been in for him before. No. Oh. You all getting slowly more annoyed? Are you all getting slowly more annoyed, people? I'm interested to hear. You can probably tell by me I'm getting slowly more narked off by this. If they've just gone in for Hamer now, they know. And I know it's probably fashionable to come on here and do the old meltdown thing, and I'm not going to do that, but Barry Bannon incoming. 19th. Sunderland after Traore. Guys, do me a favour. Can we get to 2K likes? That'd be great. That'd be great. Thank you. Come on, Leeds. Come on. Come on, go get Hamer. Come on, you absolute. About as useful as a chocolate teapot in June. It's all just too last minute for Wilson, isn't it? It feels too last minute. You're not seeing that it's off, but it just feels too last minute. And now it feels anyway. And they turn around, they'll turn around to you and they'll say, look, and you'll hear it, the journalists will say, we're never in for him. We're never in for Hamer. If Hamer doesn't go through, best believe there'll be something on afterwards from all of them saying they were never in for him. They were never in for him. Not us. Not in for Buendia. No, not us. But everybody else reports it. Day says, Harry, well, Day, you're at the pub. You're always at the pub, mate. Parag has to talk in a video. No chat GPT statement. Yeah, I think this might have to happen. He won't, but... James B says, you and your content has been great this window. Never missed the rumour. Have a drink on me. Cheers, James. Thank you so much. It's getting to that point, isn't it? And look, I know a lot of you guys are annoyed. I know you guys are annoyed. I get that. But just from a content standpoint, I'd just like to say thank you for all of you joining in. We've had 4,000 live on the video this morning. I think we've got how many of you are in here now? 3,300, but we've had nearly 4,000 of you here as well. I'd just like to say a big thank you for you all tuning in. And I've been at this now for 8 hours today. It's been a long period, this window. And I've not had a day off. Not had a day. I've not had a summer day off. Not one. So I've not had a day off in 2 years off the channel. So, yeah, hopefully it's all coming to fruition and it's a little bit better and you're enjoying it a bit more and all this sort of stuff. I just wanted to say thank you because I know this is chaos and I do kind of want to keep this going. I love the regularity of it. I love you guys being in here and like news stuff, like not just like talking with you really and talking Leeds bits. And I want a new program at 10 o'clock every single day. That's what I want to do. I just don't know what you guys would find interesting. I just don't know what you care about. Because I get it. I completely get it with like rumours and you're all like, what's going on, Connor? What's going on? What can we talk about? But I love the discourse, debate and discussion that we've built in the chat. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do that's going to keep you guys interested? Because I've just got a feeling like there'll be like 10 people who watch the videos from now on, even though we get a good rate on every video. Every video we do, we're sort of on average of 14, 15,000 views, which is amazing, you know, but it's kind of like, I love this and I want to keep it up, but I just don't know what to do. So I'm going to have to somehow think about something. Oh, dear. Kirsch says, I actually feel sick. If we had any ambition, we'd have picked up Hamer and Wilson. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, gambling a season away, not backing the manager in full. Yeah, I understand that, mate. I get that. You are the most likeable Leeds YouTubers. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. SUC says we will score 1 goal per game. Hope our defence is right. Coffee with Connor. It's not a bad name, actually, is it? I don't know if this is, yeah. If you guys aren't on Wacko, which is a forum, there's a guy who's pretty well in here. He just said sign off. We've gone to bed. Yeah, we've left it all too late, so I don't know. Neil F says worked your butt off. Thin group. Well done, Connor. Thanks, Neil. Appreciate that, mate. Amy says get Gabe to fill in when you're off. Do you know what he does? He just moans about the audio. That's what he'll do. He'll just sit there and moan and bitch about the audio. So there he is, right there. There he is. Oh, the audio. Did you see him on the stream last night? Honestly, I got off. He's like, oh, the audio's annoying me. I was like, how do you think it's doing with me, Gabe? How do you think it's doing with me? I had a right day as well. Flipping heck. But no, he is right. Good to see him in here. What are you thinking, mate? You're a bit annoyed with this. Subscribe, lads. Get this man to 50k. Yeah, maybe, mate. One day. Who knows? Chris says, Adam Underwood should never work in football again. Atrocious. Yeah. Mornings with McGilligan. I like that. I've just got to think about what to talk about. I think you guys are all great with the names. It's just, would you be asked about what we're talking about? Hello, Prague. Good to see you in the chat. Sai says, started following One Leeds this summer. Great channel. Really informative. A pint on me, Connor. Thank you, Sai. Top man. Thank you. Jimmy says, Gabe wakes up pissed off. I'm glad you guys know this as well. Yourself and Jer do a bouncing act. You and him bouncing off each other. Yeah, he's a good lad, Jer. I like Jer a lot. I like him. He's a good lad. No, on the winner, this is nice to see. Read my comments back and try put something positive in the chat and blame it on me if I'm wrong. No, all Leeds aren't we off it. It's not. I don't want it to be like deluded. Like, and this is what I'm trying to do, the balancing act. I really like some of the players that we brought in. Genuinely, I was buzzing when we signed Perry. I thought it was a top signing. I know he can't kick, but I don't care. I think some of the shots that he's faced this season, Melee had let in straight through him. I like Beal. Need to see him more. That's on Daniel Farker. Really like Gabby Goodmanson. Genuinely, I do. I think Goodmanson's a really good player. I think he's shown his press resistant, good in tight spaces, strong in the duel, good in the air. I like him a lot. Stack, more than happy with that. The complement of him, Tanaka and Ampadu in that midfield's great. Longstaff, we saw the other day. It's it's exactly what you want. You know, Loft says Gabe shouts at clouds. He does, mate. Jamie says McGilligan's morning moan, potentially. Tanaka, Stack, Ampadu. I like that blend. I do. And Longstaff as an off-the-ball worker. I like that too. I do like that too. It's just going forward. And I need to take Wilson off there, don't I? I really need to take Wilson off there because it's giving you guys probably that false hope. So we will go to what we know. I just had it in my head that we weren't getting it. Someone asked me a while ago, they're like, Connor, do you think we'll do anything? It was about 6 hours ago. And I just went, I don't know, probably not. This is going to send, the PR of this is horrific. This is horrific. It's really bad. We've got some new members. We've got James B and we've got Andrew Wall. Shout out to you, lads. Good to see you in here, fellas. You and Jer as managers at Leeds. Who do you reckon would be the manager? The assistant? He's a bit older, isn't he? So probably him. He'd be the manager, wouldn't he? Nigel Podgers, member for over 13 months. 13? 49ers, overpromised, bit underachieved. This is what I mean. Like, and I like some. I've not seen enough of Okafor yet. I've said to you millions of times it was 50-50 for me on him. And we'll wait and see on that. I don't like Ramazani leaving. Don't like it. I think now we look like, excuse my French, I think now we look like dicks, Ramazani leaving, because now we have 3 wingers. And you've got James in there as well, with the greatest respect. You've got an Okafor. Is he physically ready enough to be in the Premier League and prove it week in, week out? And Jack Harrison, who I think is a left-back this season. So, Yeah. It's just not great going forward, is it? It's just not great going forward. Yeah, it feels Wilson's getting very, very slim, doesn't it? It feels like it's getting very slim. Oh, thank you, Luke. Appreciate that, buddy. Grumio says, big if we get DCL scoring. Moyes' no mug. Cup game showed solidified by penalty, not even target yet. Rooms of 120k a week. DCL, PB on 70k a week, not sure. Yeah, I've been told he's on a lot. Because Everton offered him a lot and he rejected it. And I was also told that Sunderland offered him quite a bit as well. And he rejected that. And there's going to be some angry Sunderland fans in here saying, why would he do that? But that's what I was led to believe. Do you all not think as well, like, and I'm not just looking at the 49ers for this, do you not think, I was thinking this earlier, I was chatting to my mate when I was having a break, do you not think, and this is a conversation I want to talk to you guys on as calmly as I can, do you not think, when we're talking about the 49ers, and before you turn around and go, shut up, Connor, I want to scream, which is what I'm feeling in the chat right now, do you not think the previous ownership have screwed this up a little bit when it comes to certain players being on certain wages, when it comes to contract length, when it comes to the amount of money and then contract length? When you kind of look at this, and actually if you look at the players that have come over and are still here, and we're looking at them and thinking, it's been a real struggle for us to get rid of them. It's been a lot of shit to shovel, hasn't it? There's been a lot of shit to shovel. And I kind of do look at that and think to myself, there's got to be something in there as well. And it's not like me turning around and defending the 49ers with a shield, but we have to be honest. We've tried to take a step back from how emotional it is right now. When you spend the money that we've spent last time we're in the Premier League and the absolute dumping ground that some of these players were in the Premier League, the money that we spent on two centre-backs in Koch and Llorente, which got to 35 million combined. Then you look at Rodrigo Moreno at 29, 30 million quid plus bonuses and add-ons. DJ, look, we all love DJ, but he's Scum's fourth highest ever sale at 25 million quid. Then you look at Aronson, 30 million quid. Harrison, 11 million, and we can't move them on. I'm kind of looking at this and I'm like, a lot of these players have come over. The transfer value, installments go on for 3-4 years. James installments at Man United literally ran out in terms of us paying them last season. Think of how long he's been here. So I do think if we just take a step back a little bit and don't just, because I know what's going to happen after this now, and I get it, because I'm a little bit like that as well. I'm a little bit like, this is just mad. But I do think you've got to turn around and kind of look at the ownership, and you've got to look at it and think, yeah, okay. And I know what they've said. I know what Parag said, and he'll have known the situation beforehand as well, 100%. I know what Parag will have said. I know what Daniel Farker has said. I understand it. Do get it. So that's the context. But the amount of, they've probably looked at it a lot of the time and be like, we can't shovel this shit for the amount we need to sell them for in terms of it looking good on the books. You kind of look at the money that we're struggling with now. The money that we're actually struggling to just talk about and the money that we're actually struggling to get players in for. We're looking at like a loan fee, and I understand I completely understand it's based on this, that, and the other, but the rational part of me is just like 30 million for Aronson, Rodrigo Moreno, 30 million quid, combined fees for centre-backs, like 35 million pounds, DJ, 25 million plus significant add-ons and bonuses, achievable bonuses in that deal, by the way. Trust me, Manchester MEN used to be there. Very achievable bonuses. So it just makes you think, you wonder if they're kind of suffering a little bit because of, and I'm not, once again, please hear me. Once again, I am not saying that I'm not saying this in terms of, they're not doing enough. Oh, sorry, they've done enough. Not saying that, promise you. I'm just saying maybe there's a little bit of context there as well. Because I know they're going to get hammered for this. Hammered. And probably quite rightly so. Quite rightly so. Right, I've not gone into the chat yet. Let's have a quick look of what people are saying. There's been some lovely donations. Thanks, guys. Sorry, just in my chat there. I don't know if you guys agree or not. I'll get into the chat in just a second. 2p from Auntie Julie. Thanks, Julie. It's not my actually Auntie Julie's. I don't think it is. Or Julie Orty. Sorry, I've read that wrong. Could we not try Metro and DCL starting up top? Yeah, Keith, I think that would work with, I think maybe Okafor on the left. I think Nonto on the right as well, potentially. Daniel says, I love the channel, Connor. I don't think I've missed a video since I joined. Proper stint today, mate. Have a beer on me. Thanks for all the hard work. Thanks for being here, Daniel. Most of all, thanks, pal. Mark, legend, buddy. Thanks so much, my friend. Really, really appreciate that. And I will. I'll get a... I'm gonna invest. Do you know what, Mark? I'm gonna get myself a big fluffy pillow with that, mate, and just sleep all day and all night. Half an hour to go. I can't let myself believe we won't do anything. Thanks for today, Connor. At least someone's here to share the agony. Always here, guys. Mick Crocodile Dundee. Enjoy listening to your channel, mate. Thanks for all your effort. Thanks for popping in, Mick. Half an hour to go again, says Woody. I can't let myself believe we won't do anything. Thanks for today, Connor. At least I'll refund you that, mate. I know sometimes you press it twice and you lose your dough. Rajiv says, great work all through the window. Real winner of this window is one Leeds, my man. Love the new look. We'll miss your morning shows. Carry on, mate. Keep doing more collabs with other creators. By the way, it's £4. Cheers, mate. I was thinking that, but no. Yeah. I'll think of something. You guys help. You guys help me out and DM me. Just tell me some ideas because the community is really important for me as well. Great work as always, Sujal, one of my main guys on here, pal. We keep on fighting. We do indeed, buddy. Right. Let's have a look. What's in the box says they don't help themselves by talking with massive egos after the championship season that they planned for months. They should have tempered expectations. This is on them. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Derby Day says, has our attack really improved at all with the losses of Ramazani, Joseph and Bamford? It's a good question, mate. It's a good question. Cheers, Terry, as well. This is, and shout out to Simon, who's become part of the One Leeds members as well. Aragon says, Sunderland 3 signings in one day. What the F are we doing? As well, if you're Sheffield United now. So, thanks as well, Gwen. Thank you, Mitchell, as well, buddy. Thanks, pal. Appreciate that, mate. Only one worth watching as well as the square ball. Thanks, Mitch. Cheers, bud. But yeah, I think if right now you're Sheffield United, you're turning around, aren't you? And you're going, you are though, aren't you? You're turning around and you're going, the cheek of you. You think with 20 minutes to spare, a rival, which we are to them, a rival, we're just going to sell you Gus Hamer. Yeah, maybe at the weekend it'd have been short notice, and that's why they're all having kittens at the weekend because there was conversations about them. There was conversations about them losing him. And imagine if you just go in last minute. Like Wilson, you understand it because they brought in 3 wingers. I get that. But if you Sheffield United and Leeds come in last minute, and Hamer could be the difference between you going up. He will be the difference between them going up, maybe getting in the playoffs now and getting to Wembley again and maybe winning and Leeds United. They're not, it's like you're turning round and just going, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Are you coming in? And this would be a PR disaster for them. So I don't know. Kelly, thank you for your donation, Kelly. Thanks for a great time through the window. Been a highlighter of my mornings. Kelly, we will try. It's making me sad, this. We will do something. The reason a lot of you newbies won't see how this is a thing is because I don't actually want this to end because of the consistency. I'm a little bit like, I don't really know what I'm doing now with the channel, as in won Leeds. I'm like, should I be doing this? Am I missing a point here? Should I be doing a lot more? I've got Callum Fowler, I've got Gabe, people I respect highly in the space telling me to carry on doing it every morning, but I'm a little bit like, I don't know if you guys are going to care. So it's very difficult perceptively. So, yeah. Riley says, just checking in from the US. Seems like a disappointing day. I can't help but think our lack of outgoings and no spending preparing for relegation. Oh, Pedro says half an hour, mate, and I'm upset. It looks like I was right earlier. Going to miss watching all the videos every morning. Appreciate the content. Yeah, mate. I think we're going to have to keep going with it, whatever the hell that is. Whatever the hell that means. Thanks, Jasper. Didn't have to do that. Thank you. Thanks, Jasper. Really appreciate that. Thanks. 20 minutes left. Hame to Leeds back on. I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Okay, well, maybe I'll just have to think of the programming then, I guess. I mean, we have to take a couple of days off though at some point, or I'll die of exhaustion. Quality Street. Yeah, you are all the real heroes. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. We've got 4,000 in. We've got 4,000 in. Nearly. Great stuff. Oh, guys, well. Yeah, Lee says, Connie, you've managed an 8-hour stream today with 0 arrivals. Making content isn't the issue for you. There's your answer. Thanks, buddy. Zach says, thanks for all the content over the summer, Connor. Only found the channel at the back end of last season, and I've had the lives on every morning. Screw it. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to think of something. Frank, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a bit deflated. I'm a bit tired, I'll be honest with you. But, yeah, I have been doing this for quite a while. But, yeah. I'm just really interested to see how Leeds are going to end this. That's what I'm like more interested in. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean there's going to be absolute murders on social media. You know. Gabriel Shilling-Girov, £5. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. Thanks, pal. Love you too, Ben. Do you know what we got to hope? We got to hope this guy is just absolutely mustard. That's what we've got to hope. That's where everything's going now with me. I am now the Noah Okafor fan channel. Welcome, everybody, to the Noah Okafor channel. We have got to now, this guy has got to be just very good. Very good. Because people are going to click on this and think we've got a new signing. We haven't. We have technically. But yeah, this guy's got to be very good. Very, very, very good. And that's kind of where I'm pinning my hopes now, to be honest with you. DJ, we've kind of seen in the Prem before, haven't we? And we know what we get with DJ. Decision making is not going to be a thing. But you know, there is that pace in transition which could help. But this guy's got a bit of attitude, a bit of swagger, which is nice on a pitch. So yeah, now we've just got to hope. We've got to hope it's Okafor time, haven't we? That's what we've got to hope now. Hopefully Farker actually wants to play him. That'd be good. Oh dear. Boy in the Bandana says, great content these past months. We'll be with you all season. Disappointing window. Brion's put £2 in. Thank you, guys. Take your missus out for some Maccas. She deserves some time with you, even if it takes us away from us. Eddie, I love you lots. Keep going with the best content on YouTube. Thanks, Eddie. Keep going, Connor lad. It's brilliant what you bring to so many people. Thanks, pal. This is all very nice, isn't it? All very nice comments. Thank you, guys. Richard said, Connor, I found you won Leeds after having a spinal surgery, and I look forward to your content every morning as I learn to walk again. Looking forward to it every day. Yeah, mate, we'll sort something out, buddy. We will sort something out. I'm just gonna have to Miguel Delaney tweet. Let's have a look at this. I feel like we're gonna be brought down to earth a bit, aren't we? Okay, guys, let's bring in the latest rumour. Okay, so this is the final situation, the final bit with Callum Wilson. And I think this is going to be it, guys. if I'm honest with you. That shout out to Richard as well. It's a lovely comment, mate. Leeds United deal for Harry Wilson is now in real difficulty. Currently looks like he's staying at Fulham, bar a drastic change. Another that's gone back and forth all day. So, yeah, that's done, I think. Tim said, cheers, Con. Plough on, mate. It's top content and keeps me entertained whilst trucking around Europe. WhatsApp chat be fun today. Tim, yeah. I've not looked at it today, mate. Is there about 150 million ones on there? Any chats, I should say. Paul's not happy. Shout out to you, Paul. Good to see you in here, mate. Any injuries up top and we're going down. Great content, Connor. Yeah. Gabe's not commented in a while. Is he headbutting a wall? It's probably just, I don't know, angry about something else. Well, probably this, to be fair, which he's justified to be angry about. Top Cut says, hey Connor, gotta say your research and commentary saves me the trouble. You often watch while I'm on the train or driving to and from work, etc. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. BBC Leeds window. Thanks, Dom. BBC Window, BBC Sport Window has said that apparently it's been a really good one. Man. Come on, let's do another one. Let's do one, Leeds. Come on. What have we got left, people? 13 minutes. 13 minutes. I'm not leaving. It's just the room mill. It's what we do. It's what we do every day, mate. If they see this stream, that what we do this every morning at 10. And it's been a staple of people's lives really now for 3.5, 4 months, and mine. So not doing it anymore. This is the last day of it because it's the end of the transfer window. So it's finishing after this. So it's a massive part of content. I've been doing daily content for 4 or 5 months now, and that will be over now with the room mill ending because that is the daily content. So I think a lot of people are a little bit like, well, what next? What's happening? Are you doing it anymore? So it's just... I think what we do now is it'd be like injuries, maybe discussion, debate, discourse. There's something there of which we can talk about, you know, like hot topics every morning. I think that'd be a good idea. And look, if I see loads of you in the building every morning and it nearly gets to rumour mill levels, I'll do it. Of course I will. But yeah, I've got to see you all in there because it obviously takes a lot, you know, to do it. So you guys need to be interested naturally. And I don't want you to not be interested as well. Simon says, thanks for keeping us going today. You've managed hard oppression with top content, pal. Cheers, mate. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Akil says, thanks for the hard work, Connor. Been watching the room mill all summer and appreciate your efforts despite the lack of the 49ers today. Beth says, shout out to my brother Sam. He's got COVID. Shout out to Sam. Keep that chin up, mate. It'll be over soon. PLZ says, Connor, I wake up every morning in the States, hop on the toilet and watch the room mill. Yeah, there you go. Connor, if you're offered 100 million contracts to do the daily content for Scum, would you and your agent go? Fun story. I was offered at Manchester Evening News the opportunity to do the Scum, or Manchester United, do the Manchester is Red podcast, lead the Manchester is Red podcast with myself and a very prominent journalist. And it was supposed to be me leading to it, and me leading it, me producing it, and me staying on it. I said to my boss, Seb, who might be in the chat now, I don't know, might be, might not be. I know he still supports me and does all this sort of stuff. My boss, Seb, at the time, I said, I'm not doing it. That's because I'd won Leeds at the time, and I said it would kill me. I don't want to do it. I can't stand the team, and Seb's a big Man United fan. And he said, come on, you'd be great to it. That's, you know, you're able to present, you're able to do it. And I went, I'm not doing it, Seb. I went, I'm not doing it. Nowhere. A, it would be career suicide, reporting on Man United. B, I don't want to report on Man United. I do not like Man United. They're probably the only club who I intensely dislike, apart from the other club over there, which will not be spoken of. But Man United are just generally the only club that I just cannot stand. Every other club I don't have a problem with, really, apart from, obviously, said club over the water and all that. And I just said to him, no. So if I got offered 100 million contract to do daily Scum content, no. How about that? No, I will not. I'll carry on doing 4-hour streams. Mooks, thanks so much, mate. Appreciate that. You in the room, milk. I'll have a drink on me. The big IV to you, pal. Thanks, pal. We can't get a sign. At least get our boy to 50k subs. One day, Brion. One day, mate. One day. Yeah. Yeah, Goldbridge is a Forest fan. Goldbridge is a Forest fan. That cracks me up. The thing is, imagine that if he is a Forest fan. I mean, I've done stuff on here with Goldbridge. If you or some of you OGs remember it, seemed like a nice guy, old Brent. But yeah, imagine if he's just a Forest fan. He's just playing them all. It's quite funny, isn't it? It's quite funny. I'm trying to look, guys, constantly. I'm trying to see what's going on. Looking at my phone all the time as well, seeing if there's anything. Do you know what the worst thing about all this is? Melee has not been sold. After all of this, Melee still hasn't been sold. 4 months and Melee still here. Oh my God. We're all talking about other things now, aren't we? Cheers, Michael Jordan. Great to see you in the chat, mate. If it is the real Michael Jordan. Nathan Walsh, top job, Connor. Think that's it now. Rather sad end, but always have the January window. We all know that how that goes too. So this is your team then. This is your team. Going into the Premier League season. This is it. This is the team that will be facing Wolves. Fulham will be next. That should be interesting, especially if we know what's going to happen, don't we? We know what's going to happen. We know who's going to come on. We know who's going to score the first one. Then who's going to score the second one. Oh, God. God, yeah. Narratives, obviously. We've got Fulham. I mean, it's just written, isn't it? It's just written. We've got Fulham next. God, could it have not been anyone else? So... yeah, I don't mind the team. I don't mind the team. It's just they've got to be fit and firing. They've got to all be performing, haven't they? Thanks, Big Dave. It's just can it hit over 45 goals, this team? It's got to be on it. Over 45 goals, this team, easily. Let's have a look at the fixtures that we've got. Leeds United fixtures. I mean, I know we've got our next two, obviously. So we've got Fulham away next, which is absolutely iconic after today. Wolves away, Bournemouth at home. Just doesn't get easier, does it? Spurs at home, Burnley away, West Ham at home. So there's points that we need to pick up there, obviously, before the absolute hellish Christmas period. After West Ham, Leeds have got Brighton away, Forest away, Villa at home, City away. Wow. 1st of November, it gets even tougher. Brighton away, Forest away, Villa at home, City away, Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home, Brentford away. Whoa. Jesus, I don't know why I've just not gone through that in my head. December gets... no, it doesn't. I was about to say December gets easy. We've got Palace at home, Sunderland away, Liverpool away, Scum at home, Newcastle away. I don't know why. It's like you're looking at it now and you're like, my God, last day of the season, we've got West Ham away. That could be massive. But it's... yeah. Yeah. It's when you read through those games, isn't it? It's when you read through those games and you go... at least we're not in the Championship. That's true. For now. At least that's true, mate. At least that's true. Well, currently we've got 6 minutes left. I think the mad thing about Fulham and Wilson is the fact that they've just got 3 wingers in, so he's not going to play. You know, he's not going to play. So it's just crazy how we've just not been able to get that one done, innit? I thought that one would have been pretty obvious, to be honest, you know, and it wouldn't have been enough. But I don't know, I've just been with Leeds in so many of these situations, and you just know it, don't you? You just know what's going to happen. So, yeah, we're going to have to rely on that bunch, aren't we? On the bunch, the boys. Shocking window down before Christmas. Fulham signed another striker, have they? Joke Club. Brownhill. Seen a pic of Hamer at Leeds. Not sure it's... Nah, mate. I think he was at Leeds watching a game not long ago. Guys, I'm just going to nip to the toilet for 2 secs. I'll be back in a second. Hold on. Oh. Anything happened? Got her off to scream in another room. Yeah, I know they are, mate. And I've had a bottle of water as well. Have we signed Wilson? Tell him we got Mitrovic. Wilson bomber. There you go. Look, I'm not even getting rattled by it, you scumbags. Oh dear. Did you see the Danny Hall tweet about him? I didn't, mate. No, I didn't. Let's have a quick look. Danny Hall. Is it today? Well, last couple of hours, presumably. Danny Hall, let's have a look. Hearing some chatter from LUFC end of late move for Gustavo Heyman. Not sure whether it materialised into an official bid. You'd like to think Shutters would be well and truly down at this 11th hour stage, though. There you go. So that's from Danny Hall. Pretty nailed on social media guy for Chef United. I'm just kind of waiting. Are you guys in a little bit of agreement? I'm just trying to see if, like, there's anything. Is there anything that is going to happen? Like, has it rumbled on in the background? You know what I mean? Doesn't look like it, does it? Deal sheets, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Potentially deal sheets. Not looking likely, is it, people? Not looking likely. 30 seconds. Imagine it just broke on like the 29th second. Can we still do loans, Connor? No, we can't, mate. Jared says recall Joffy, Underwood, Isa. I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. New heat map. Thanks, Connor. It's over. It's 7 p.m. Is it? Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look and see if there could be anything overdrawn. Flipping it. Oh dear. We'll see if deals can still be done afterwards. Can deals still be done? Transfer window after 7. Let's have a quick search. Clubs have a 2-hour grace period after the window shuts to complete deals, only if paperwork is submitted to the FA by 7 p.m. For signings abroad, a similar process. So we'll just get this on screen so you guys can digest it. So this is what we're looking at right now. No, not that. So in terms of just being able to complete deals, this is what we're looking at. All right. So clubs have a 2-hour grace period after the window shuts to complete deals, only if paperwork is submitted. So presumably in the next however many hours, we're going to see... Matthew, at least you've kept him, mate. At least you've kept Hamer, looks like. The window is shut. But they've got to... I don't know if they've got any of the paperwork in. If they've got any of the paperwork in, I've absolutely no idea. This is probably where we need to hear from the journos. Juan Martinez. Mate. Juan Martinez is the biggest troll on planet Earth. If any of you know Ash from social media, that's him. Winded everyone up. Nobody come in? Nope. They have to register a notice of deal. Uh-oh. Get them out. Interesting, Gabriel. The lack of activity today tells me the 49ers aren't 100% behind Farker. And expect him to be sacked before January. What do you think? Does everybody agree with Gabriel there? Dimba says Harrison 20-goal season. It's going to have to be, isn't it? It's going to have to be. All right. Let's have a look. YP tweeted something out. Don't know if anyone's seen that, or is it literally just Yorkshire Evening Post? Let's have a quick look. Have they tweeted anything out? Not seeing anything. I think it's YEP Sport, isn't it? YEP Sports. Have they put anything out? Sports Desk. I can't see anything, mate. I can't see anything. You have to just put in word verbatim. Sack him now on Daniel Farker. Farker's been let down big time. Nuno by Christmas. Yeah, could be true. Did Uche join Palace? I think he did, mate, yeah. Matt says, I think you could in way late for Hamer, not happening, no time for us to get a replacement. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think they basically just said at the end, they were just like, no, it's we want to go for other players ahead of him, which has been the big problem, I think. So, yeah. All fun and games, people, eh? See what else is going online, see if there's anything else. nothing, is it? Nothing's happening. Doesn't look like it anyway. Yeah, can't see anything. Nobody's tweeting anything out. God. What a shame, eh? What a shame. Ben Chilwell to Strasbourg. Shame, innit? Think we would have heard way before 7 PM. I think we would have done as well, mate. I think we're just grappling on. I think we're grappling onto it. Could be a deal sheet in. There could be. Unlikely, though. Andrew says, I may agree with Gabriel. The 49ers must be livid that they have provided millions of pounds worth of players for him that he has roundly ignored. Their patience must be running extremely thin. I think now, dependent on whatever happens, even if we're, I think it's now given in a sense, it's kind of a brilliant sort of, leverage now for Farke as well, isn't it? If we don't do well in a game, or if we're not pragmatic, and there's an extent of which you turn around and you go, look, he's not had the bodies in. I've mentioned several times before, I don't think Ramazani should be at Valencia right now, and I think that is a Farke thing, and then subsequently a problem with the 49ers then letting that happen. But maybe they just thought, look, he's just not playing him, so what's the point in having another year of just sitting on the bench? And I do think there is a factor there. I know people don't like that, but I think now that takes maybe a lot of heat off Daniel Farke in terms of maybe adapting to games. I do think that at points it's not a Farke thing whatsoever, because the 49ers have struggled. I've mentioned previously, I do wonder if the previous ownership, with the amount that was an absolute show of what, that is still hurting Leeds in terms of the people that we've still got at the club on massive deals in terms of longevity of contracts. Just when you're even looking at, I'm not saying we'd have got rid of him, but James, Harrison, Aronson, players that we can't even get rid of Melier. We've had to terminate Bamford's contract, which will have cost the club a lot of money, paying him out. Leeds have just got to a point. I wonder if we could have actively pursued selling Perot, which I don't know if they've done. It doesn't look like they have. I thought that could have maybe been a little bit of wiggle room for PSR. At the very beginning of the window, we spoke about Nonso, Strouk, and potentially Peru being vulnerable. That's not happened. So yeah, I think, look, when I'm talking about why are you wearing a Barcelona shirt on deadline day, because I want to. Why are you commenting that? Oh, we've got the football kit police, haven't we? We've got the football kit police in. You're not allowed to wear other tops on transfer deadline day. It's not allowed. Even though you're on a Leeds fan channel with the one Leeds background, with a Leeds United fan, but you're not allowed to wear a Barcelona top. You're not allowed. Ryan's in the building every way. Super fan police. But I just think there's blame on both sides. I think when you look at like the utilisation of certain players, maybe that's been a bit of a problem. But I think when Farke's coming out and saying they need two bodies, we don't know the situation properly. Were Leeds always going to struggle with two players? I don't know. By the weekend, you'd expect them to. Leeds don't really move like that, do they? But yeah, but I don't know. It's not Farke's fault, but I just think maybe the utilisation of certain players is why Ramazani's at Valencia. Callum says he thinks your Barca player puts players off coming. Yeah, you just get it a lot. If you ever wear other tops on streams, even if you're on a Leeds fan, that you get people getting genuinely annoyed. It's like, oh, this behind me, even though it's indicative of Leeds. Deadline day, down here, Leeds. The whole Leeds setting. But because you wore a Barca top. Yeah, I know, mate. I know, it's all my fault. No news yet that Wilson to Leeds is on or off. Still a chance a deal sheet has gone in. Oh, fucking hell. Just leave me alone. Just let me leave. Look, you just sign the players. Oh, my God. A deal sheet. I don't think a deal sheet's gone in. We'd have heard about it from both sides, or at least the Fulham side for now. The thing is with him is it's not like as well when it comes to a deal sheet. It's like that would make sense for Wilson as well. It's not like there's anything standing in the way. They've got 3 wingers. Do you know what I mean? They've got 3 wingers, so there's nothing standing in the way of that. So a deal sheet would make sense. Hamer, Sheffield United are going to stand in the way of that last minute because they can't get a replacement. Fulham have got 3 wingers. You're here till 9 PM, got it. I don't know if I can, mate. That'd be 10-hour stream. Paul Connor does want to go to bed. Paul Connor is dead. Right. Right, I'm gonna leave it, guys. Nothing is coming up. Nothing's coming up. Look, Sunderland have signed 3 players on deadline day and we can't manage to get a loan over the line. It says a lot, doesn't it? It's a hellish end to the window. It's a shit show end to the window. The last month has been a PR disaster. Horrendous. Really bad, guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I know we've had a bit of fun, but this is really bad. Really, really bad. Poor. How can Sunderland make 3 signings and we can't get a lone player in? Yeah. Do you think we've done enough? Honestly, do you think we've done enough? Oh. What? Please, Lyle. Lyle, please. I'm dying. I'm dying. Give me some fucking transfer news. Give me a fucking signing. Oh, the deal sheet's not in though, is it? It just says this is what's on now with Lyle Thomas. Oh, we're gonna have to stay on. Am I gonna have to stay on? Right, you guys need to help me out here because I'm about to die. I am about to die. I am at about 5% energy right now. Right, okay. Deal sheet. Let's have a look. These are the remaining outstanding deals on deadline day. Uche Solomon to Palace. So that's actually not gone through yet. Isaac Gahey, Liverpool. Obviously, that's gone through. Wilson, Leeds. I don't know if it... But has one gone in? Has one gone in, though? Yeah, that's what I mean. It doesn't confirm it, does it? It doesn't confirm a deal's gone through. Ryan Kent deal sheet's gone in. I've got a feeling they're just doing this. They're literally just doing this to... Pete says deal submitted, but Leeds use fax. They're not sure if they've sent it to the right place. One more coffee. The tea's nearly finished. Hames at Ellen Road. According to who, mate? According to who? 9 PM Wilson. Question is, do the Leeds fax machines work? I'll tell you what a weird situation is. Josh Brownhill, innit? Do you not think Josh Brownhill is a weird situation? See, people are loving the stream. This is the problem. I'm just sat here eating watermelon. Watermelon. Any any Melier deal sheets? Our attack was better 2 years ago in the champ. Steve. Steve. Oh God. The big news of the window, everybody. Let's do the big news of the window, shall we? The big news. See if we can get it up. God, there's been so many screenshots today. It's been unbelievable. There we go. Big news of the day. That's what we've got to think. Big news from the account. Gruev heat map. At least we got the Gruev heat map. Iconic part of the day. Do a poll, mate. Do you think we've done enough? Had to make a donation. Thanks so much, Roscoe. Yeah, I'll get it in the chat. You got. I can't. The thing is, Mooks. If I'd be stunned if this wasn't like 99% people just raging. So we'll do it, but I can't. I'd be stunned. So the window. Window. What should we say? Good enough. Quite simple in the chat. There we go. Quite simple. Connor ASMR. I will turn it off. Sorry. That is a positive, though. How do I donate, Connor? Andy, there should just be like a little dollar next to your comment section. Oh, wow. There's like 12% who are saying it's all right. Fair play. Fair play. Good enough, 12%. Shite, 88. Robert Goodman. Cheers, Cal. Thanks, mate. Cal Sowerby. Red Bull gives you shit. The thing is, it says Rob, the window's been decent, except up top. It has, mate. You're right. The window has actually been all right. It's been all right. It's just up top is just not been good enough. It's the fact, 88% gang. The worst thing is, it's the fact that they know they've been going after players for like the past 48 hours. They've been going after players for the past, like, we think we have. Like, they've gone after Harry Wilson, Emi Buendia, Gus Hamer, who else? I don't know, Roy Cropper. They've been going. Chris, how is Kingy getting along? Is Kingy about? Is Kingy in the chat? If you guys don't know, Kingy has been absolutely raging the entire window. So I want to know, if is Kingy in the chat? Chris will be somewhere else, spamming the chat, kicking off. Genuinely. Oh, man. Is there anything, have we got any hope that there's been like a deal sheet? Have any of the journalists got anything that we've got a... Sunderland getting 3. My God. 3 signings. I don't know if I'm just like, I think I've just got to that stupid stage of like, just completely delusional now. Completely delusional. Like, the biggest sales were like Rasmus Christensen. Rasmus Christensen and Sam Green would have been the club's biggest sales. Heat map. This is something else that I've just found quite funny. Let's have a look. This, I don't know why this made me laugh again. Oh, God. It's painful, isn't it? It's another thing that just made me giggle. Forced out Ramazani and played him. Don't worry, we have Harrison and Aronson again. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Connor Sasha just tweeted, there's a deal sheet for Krebs heat map. Ring Brownie. You shouldn't be in here, you. Get on that chat GPT. Apologies. Well, I'll ring him now, actually. I'll ring Brownie. It's a good idea. I'll give him a ring. He ain't going to be happy. At all. Hold on, I'll ring his WhatsApp. I'll ring Brownie for a late reaction. Where is he? Right. He might air me. It's very might be his lad. He'll end up ringing me back in about 10 minutes when we're still live, when we've got a deal sheet in. Right, okay, there we go. Getting aired. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. We have a 24-man squad after Rama left. Disgrace. Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? That's bad. Josh, yeah, that is really bad. One Leeds has raised more money on deadline than the Niners did all window. Cheers, Connor. Austin White. Cheers, Josh. Biggest... It's just hard to look at, innit? And Rasmus is in there as well. I think the biggest sale was Rasmus, mate. I think Rasmus was the biggest one. Rasmus. Don't know why everyone's complaining. It's been a feast window. Ball now alone keeps us up. Martin with a £10. Thank you so much, Martin. Brownie having a medical at Ellen Road. I'd have him at Ellen Road. He used to be a striker, Brownie. Good player, Brownie, as you know. He was a good player. So take Brownie now. We've got a deal sheet in for Brownie. Oh, God. Crazy, innit? Ian says, to be honest, as a Sunderland fan, I had used to stay up now, but I'm not sure. I know, mate. I know. I know. Oh, God. He's so miserable last night, Gabe. So miserable. When Gabe's that miserable, I don't know why, it just makes me laugh. I don't know. Deal sheet for Wilson has been submitted, says Craig Keys. For fuck's sake. I'm not seeing anything on this deal sheet. I'm seeing that there could be a deal sheet in for certain like amount of players, but God. Not happening, is it? Oh, Damien, I can't go down the free... Brownhill, mate. Brownhill, the free agent. 49ers are working on West Coast time. Leeds signed 6'4" Gabe from America. Cal, he's 6'1" at a stretch, mate. He just tries to tell everyone he's 6'7". When he's over, we'll get a picture of me next to him. Yes, Dan, I did, mate. Link in the description, but it's really good, mate. Honestly, it's class. We've got all the sponsors on. Okay, I don't know. There's one at the bottom. Wacko Bomber. Is it really? Is it the actual Wacko? Is there... Is there anything? People saying Wacko Bomberoony. Parag trolling the fans last week on Sky. What a window. Key says, why are we so inactive on deadline day? Just tell us to stop wasting that. I know, mate. I know. Hey, until 9, Connor. Looks like it, mate. Heyman and Wilson, please be true. I wonder where you guys are getting this info. I don't even want to go on. So my Conor McGilligan Twitter page is a little bit more streamlined. The one Leeds one is going to be absolute chaos. Here, Connor. Cheers, Rick. No, that's him at Ellen Road a while back, mate, I think. Right, there's one thing that'll cheer me up. Can I download it and put it on? I need to get this. There's this guy, right, who... have you heard the Strand Larson thing? Please tell me you've heard it from Dazzling Dave. Tell me you've heard it.
You can't sell him, can you?
Strand Larson, whoa! Strand Larson,
Have you heard
whoa!
this? You know,
If you're Newcastle, you ain't having. You're not going to buy him off if no.
Look at this. Look at this. We're signing off with a bang here. I don't know if you can hear this. Hold on, I'll try get media source. I've decided as well that I absolutely hate OBS. No, fuck, we won't do that. Add browser. Right. Hold on. Can you guys see this? Hold on. It might just show the actual thing. It might just show the thing. Hold on. Oh, please tell me. Is it going to let me interact? Interact. Accept all cookies.
Strand Larson, whoa!
You know,
If
clubs come on and then Strand Larson, you can't sell him, can you?
Strand Larson, whoa! Strand Larson, whoa!
You know,
If you're Newcastle, you ain't having. You're not going to buy him off if no.
Clubs come on.
Oh, no, sorry. That was stupid. I don't know why that tickles me so much. Strand Larson, whoa! I don't know if any of you heard that as well. Jim Bob, is he in the chat? Leeds medical team en route to Cardiff. Wacko saying deal sheet. Oh, God. Get Jim Bob on, we need a laugh. Is he on? Is he on here? Told lad, £4. Cheers, mate. You've missed nothing, mate. For the people who've just joined, there's been nothing. There's been nothing. Oh man, I just love that Strand Larson. Whoa. Shane Greeley, Harrison, new contract. I think it's got to be on it. Oh man. So I don't think there's anything, is there? The thing is, it's not even like I'm not even if we sign like Harry Wilson, I'm not actually gonna go on and just go, oh, amazing. It'll just be something that we've got over the line and it helps. Yeah, I know. I cannot kind of really hang around for. No, I'm not sure I can. Right, you lovely lot. It has been an absolute pleasure.
I actually cannot stay on for another hour and a half and just get told it's not happening. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, all of you, for being so good. We've had a laugh, haven't we? We've had a good laugh at the end of it, and who cares? Who cares? We've had a laugh. Baron Bomber. Is it really? Baron. It's not. Bless him. He's not really a bomber type, is he? Leeds have an house. Oh. Oh. Just as I was about to sign off, I cannot sign off now. Guys, they've done it. Guys, I thought I was going to sign off. I didn't think this would be enough, but now this has happened. It's actually hit. It's hit me deep. Now I think we've actually done all right this window now. That's it. So, I don't know why this. Baron just gets Baron just needs to give us something about the sheet, doesn't he? Oh God! If you don't laugh, we are back. We are back, says Nick. It's been too long. Never mind these league wins. Get us back. Oh. He's put out a second tweet. Another bomber. Let's have a look. Please be like Alfie Cresswell's decided to stay at Leeds instead of going to Shrewsbury. That would make me laugh. No word as yet from Leeds on deal sheets. Good. That's helpful. The lead journalist just is not being told anything. No word from Leeds, which is helpful. Presumably that means there isn't any word. So I think Underwood's on a jet to holiday. Oh. Not Sean Dyche. Cheers, Sean. Thanks, buddy. No deal sheet, Baron. Dele Alli, here we go. Can we go to Tom? I feel like when I go to bed, you'll all go to bed. This is the thing. We need to just all collectively leave, don't we? Still, Rodrigo Muniz is in the chat. God, he's still here. How many have we got still watching? This is pretty. How many of you are here? 2,500. That's still pretty impressive. I think the rest have just been like, there's nothing else here. I stopped my run for this tweet. Sorry, mate. I've been in that situation as well. Sky Sports, apparently they've been to Fulham, which is normally a sort of a good indicator. And he said on Sky Sports there's been nothing of a sale. Martin, £2. Thanks, Martin. Stephen says, give us another Melly. Mate, I love your profile picture. That's what I need. I just need send me some funny McGregor things. That always gets me a little bit excited. Yeah, have I still got the have I still got it on screen? No, I haven't. I've just got stand your base, Stephen. Stand your base. Vidra. Ben says, for your perseverance, mate, fair play to you. Shout out to you, Ben. Appreciate that, my man. Appreciate that. Bamba Dieng, here we go. Stand your base. Does anybody remember that with McGregor? Unreal. No, Sunderland have had a good one. I think they've had a good one. Well, put it this way, they've caught up our squad quality, haven't they? You know, when we were ahead of them squad quality-wise last season, hence why we finished 24 points ahead of them. It's not like that anymore. Fucking hell. Is it? Can I ask you one thing? Is it the most Leeds United thing ever? Is it the most Leeds United thing ever for us to put a loan deal in for a player who's in the last year of his deal? Is that like the most Leeds thing ever for a player to be in the last year of his deal, us to spend 5 days ago 10 million quid on James Justin, and then you offer a loan for a guy's in the last year of his contract? BK, always in here with a bit of perspective. Victor Orta, here we go. I'm coming back to sort that Underwood out. Time for Orta. Oh. James, a free agent. I'll have you in, mate. Lasogga to Leeds, here we go. I think we're just going to get the heat map up again, haven't we? The big news of today. Oh, mate, if they promote that Adidas range again, that's what they're going to do, isn't it? It's going to be the Adidas range. When are they going to do it? Is there a date for it? You guys will know. They'll promote that new merch behind me here. They've had DCL in it, haven't they? They've had everyone in it. I think we've got to get the big news up from today, which I thought was massive. This is the big news today. No, this is the big news. God, I've gone all the way back to the start. I've just seen. Oh, do you remember this? Not that one. Oh, yeah. It just makes me feel good again. Get it up there. Get it up there. Keep it there. Right there. That's right. The big news of the day. Gruev's heat map. Good vibes. 2.4K watching after the Windows ended is the most Leeds thing. Breaking news: Leeds submit deal sheet for Dominic Poliel. What's the most Leeds thing? Get the most Leeds thing in the chat. Oh. Here we go. Leeds sign heat map. Oh, does it actually? Does it actually? Oh my God. It's all going to be forgotten, isn't it? It's all going to be forgotten. Jesus. Yeah, and every time I say I'm leaving, there's another bomber, isn't it? It's just like the social media scene doesn't want me to go. My missus is just like, what is going on? This is going to rattle a few, innit? This is definitely going to rattle a few. Statements like this. Oh, God. God, it's bad, isn't it? It's bad. Trying to laugh through the pain. How is Melier still at the club? How's Melier still at the football club? So after Farkas said we need 2 signings, we've got Melier still at the club. A lot of the players that we have signed have got pretty poor injury records. And we couldn't sign Harry Wilson when Fulham had got 3 wingers in the space of 5 hours. God, it's been poor, hasn't it? And Ars Hamer in the new originals tracksuit. That would be nice. Statement signing, Johnny Howson. I know, mate. Right, I am actually going to leave. I'm going to leave and eat some food. Leave me alone, all of you. You're all just there. And thank you so much. I've heard reports Bamford is available on a free Prem proven. Tom says made a very decent championship squad for next year. Right, I am going this time. Shut up. You're joking. Stop it. Leave me alone. Goes out, he's not going to PSV. Imagine Hamer at PSG. No, they haven't. You're both winding me up. Right, I'm going to leave. Please like, if all of you are in here commenting, please make sure you like before you leave. I'm going to go and lie down. If they get someone, I'll come back on. Enjoy your day, stash it. I'm going to bed, mate. I've woke up. I've not been anywhere. It's been the worst day in terms of what I've actually done. I've just got fatter and eaten watermelon. Like a hippo. Right. I'm going to leave it. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. You've all been great. And I know it's been a bad day, but it's Leeds, isn't it? The window isn't as bad as we think. We've made some good signings, but it's that attacking scene, isn't it? Poor. Harry Wilson. Yeah. Mark, I literally need to go save my relationship, mate. I've been on stream for 10 hours. It's been an absolute pleasure, my friends, and I will try 10 o'clocks. I will. I am going to just have a few days off. We are going to be back on the second channel, though, tomorrow, so that's not happening. But I will be back. I will be back. All right, very soon. Guys, absolute pleasure. Like before you leave.